Oh! Huh. Okay, hello. My ears are blocked, and I'm kinda sleepy. I'm sleepy, and all the time before stream, I was just hicking. I had hiccups. And every time I would hiccup, I would sound like a squeaky toy because I make like a sound like, whoa, it's pretty accurate sound of what I would make. Yeah, and I used to do this thing to stop hiccups. This thing that used to help me, but it doesn't help me anymore, is that I would imagine making out with a person, and I was telling my brain, please, you need to stop hiccups, because right now I need to make out with this person. And even though there is no person there, it would work. Because once at some point I needed to stop my hiccups to make out with this person. But it stopped working because my brain is like, yeah, you have no bitches, what's the point? What a waste. What a waste. It was such a good trick. It used to help every time, even though nobody was here. Oh, that's introduction for today. Oh no. Sorry. I'm gonna be yawning for a while, for sure. It's ear blocking season. Again. Yet again. Maybe it's time to stop. My ears wasn't blocked before, but because of a wind. Probably because of a wind. Or some sort of, like, weird pressure. Air pressure. My ears stopped blocking, like, every time. Yeah, this is introduction of the day. Well, good thing I wasn't here then. Well, sorry. The introduction is that I'm EP and I'm yawning and my ears are blocked. That's the introduction. Oh no. Oh, sorry. It's gonna go for a while. Let's just go with umineko. What did we do last time? We unlocked tape for Frederica. That's it? Oh, and Butler confirmed the location of every person. I remember this. Yeah, they were talking about mysterious person that could be here. I acknowledge it. I remember this. Oh, Erica went away and she just... Okay. Okay. Giggle? I'm just going to the next room over. Take good care of this room. Giggle? Why would she giggle? Oh, okay. I remember all of it. Let's just go. In the Witch's game, even a single mistaken move is fatal. In both chess and shogi, you can take back a move once you've made it. The last exchange had left a bad aftertaste, as though flesh had been torn and bones broken. That should be enough to confirm everyone's position. Shall we continue the game? Yeah, we shall. Lenore! Lenore's just here? Yes, Lady Erika? Confirmed. Yeah, sure. It's not like the word as knowledge means something a little different. Anyway, let's go and see. I'm more confused again. Oh no. Sorry. Yes, Lady Erika. Let's get started right away. Let's use the privilege of our merciful game master has given us. Yeah, understood. Gertrude Cornelia, we will use 2 rooms worth of 3 sets of seals we were given. Oh, they're gonna seal all of the rooms for people in. Okay. For your attention, we hear and obey. Seal the cousin's room and the next room over. This means that everyone other than the victim has been sealed. No matter what happened after this, even within the seals won't be a problem. Ooh. How this gonna go? secret passage, maybe? Wait. What? Okay, my brain doesn't work today. Good news. If she sealed all of the people here, oh, that means nobody can be a culprit, but nobody can be a victim either, right? Benefit for Erika is really wacky here, I think. With the seals in the room and the windows, the complete sealing of both the cousin's room and the next room over had been guaranteed. For just an instant, the red longsword had returned to Lunar's hand. She had been given permission to draw it, thanks to the red truth that she had finally gained. When the fight concerned these two sealed rooms from now on, Lenore would be able to use this merciless blade, the red key. The overwhelming power could slice even the Game Master in half. For a while, Erika and Lenore grinned at each other, entranced by the ruthless red light that was burned into their eyes. Senior 8, allow me to ask a question. What is it? It is my understanding that the players of a human side are to interpret the problems posed by the witch as a work of humans. You're not mistaken. Then why Lady Erika and Supervision Lenore fighting to lower the number of humans who can commit crimes? Cornelia's question was very simple. Good question. Spider-Man their way into the crime, or just scaling the walls? Sounds lame, but that way okay. I'm not gonna be surprised if at some point some of this could actually happen. Cornelia's question was very simple. Those two had made this move boldly and treated it like a powerful one, so it almost made it seem as though this move would greatly damage the witch. However, if you thought about it, Erika was just strangling her neck, yep. We still do not know what sort of crime will occur in the future. Would it not be more advantageous for the humans if there are more people in those locations and not specified? He advised that now is not the time yet for the Lady of the Commander to reveal their thoughts. Okay, cool. I apologize for my idle chatter. Cornelia looked like she wasn't satisfied. In the previous game, in order to help Kinzo escape from his study, Butler had made desperate efforts to crash his locked room using a variety of methods. As a result, Kinzo had escaped into the darkness of a night, and it had later been possible to treat him like an elusive phantom. In other words, locked rooms were advantages to witches and disadvantages to humans. Witches proposed locked rooms and humans destroyed and denied them. Those were meant to be the standard tactic of this game. And yet, Erika had created locked room herself and sealed a full 11 people in them. In other words, this was the same as abandoning the right to use those 11 people. Ooh, maybe they can commit a crime within the sealed room. This would be interesting. When explaining all of the later tricks. How Butler pre-planned this? If Erika basically locked all of these people in those two rooms. Butler had also once sought to confirm the location of certain people, but that had been to check whether certain pieces existed with which he could break locked rooms, a completely different situation. Why had Erika taken these 11 people who were supposed to be her pieces and sealed them in a locked room? Cornelia didn't have enough experience on the field to understand this move, which only looked as though they had trapped in her themselves. Curious. A disturbing move. What on earth is Erika planning? It isn't necessarily an attack. It's the same in chess and shogi. Straightening the guard around your king is a valid strategy. In other words, the seal around those two rooms aren't an attack but a defense? That seems likely. Thanks to that, it's hard to lay a hand on the survivors. It'll be tough to carry out the second twilight. Ah, I see. The witch's side has an advantage when more mysteries are presented. Yeah. After all, if even one mystery goes unsolved, the witch wins. Each new locked room we present increases our advantage. The mystery is that which side sets up are equivalent to attacks. The human side must perfectly intercept all of those. It's almost like a penalty kick face-off where conceding a single goal means defeat. What? It's almost like a penalty kick face-off. It's almost like a penalty kick face-off where conceding a single goal means defeat, okay? So the witch's side wants to increase its number of attack. The human side wants to lower the number of attack. Or tic-tac-toe. Or tic-tac, also. When Butler had fought on the human side, he hadn't thought of survivors holding up in a room as being particularly useful. However, from the witch's side's perspective, this strategy was simple but effective. That made Beato incredible. What made Beato incredible was the way she had bluffed and sneered at that as though it was useless. On the inside, she must have been very worried about how to break down all those barricades in each game. Right now, I'm sure of that. I see, so strengthening your guard to make it hard for a crime to occur is one way for a human side to fight. However, that's a simple move. That great detective Frederica wouldn't have looked so proud of herself after playing a move like this, so she'll use 2 seals. What's she gonna use a 3rd seal for? Maybe she sealed the door to the guest house? Would Erica be happy after playing the detective defensive move? Though this move looks as though she's restraining herself, it's also extremely unlikely that Erica, of all people, played a defensive move. I'm sure that this is an attack, not a move made for defense, though I don't know what kind of attack it is. Next is our move. What shall we do? For the moment, she has, at least apparently, sent her turn on strengthening her guard to stop the second firelight instead of reasoning about the first firelight. If they pull back, push. In this case, it's time for us to attack. But how should we attack? The guest house is well guarded. Yes, it appears as though the entire area of a guest house is now under Erica's control. However, there are certain pieces, like bishops and knights, whose specialty is hiding behind enemy lines. Are we gonna set guest house on fire or something? Will it help? Butler snapped his fingers, and a single gold butterfly appeared from the darkness. When it flew up to the chessboard, trailing gold dust behind it. It landed without a sound, then transformed into a black piece representing the witch's darkness. X-ray. That's also a chess term, is it? Yeah. It's when a square seems to be under an enemy's control, but you observe that your own piece do actually exert enough influence, so you attack. It's a high-level technique. Okay. Erica, if you really believe that you can defend against my next attack just by sealing up the survivors, how can you solve a crime that burns itself to the ground? Incredible move, Butler. I mean, he could burn the house down to spread people around and make them easier to kill. If you really believe that you can defend against my next attack just by sealing up all the survivors, that's a naive idea. Butler raised his new black piece high. His target was a single open space deep behind enemy lines. How will you handle it? This is my response. He's literally LARPing as if he's playing chess. I love it. It's so dumb. Huh. Now I can finally stretch my wings. First off, let's take a midnight stroll to the mansion. Or just deprive them of oxygen. Fire is just too unpredictable to a degree. There is a reason why we, don't play with fire. But what are all these puns about fire? would you would you like would you take a stroll in the middle of the night to an ear mansion where a killer might be hiding? You must be very eccentric. By no means. I had to wait a long time to be free like this. I feel like it's free time after swimming lesson. Now that Bercastel was nowhere in sight, Erica was regaining her high spirits. Oh no! She wasn't exaggerating when she said she would spread her wings. Oh no, poor girl. Lenore knew that she was striking her own destruction on this game, and she was not in a favorable position by any means. Lenore could do nothing but assist Erica so that she could fight to the best of her abilities. Alright, the locker rooms on the first floor of a guest house are perfect. The entrance is sealed up with chain locks. Before leaving the guest house, Erica had checked on the first floor, making sure that nothing was out of place, when she found a flashlight and an umbrella in the servants' room next to the entrance. Then let us go. Yeah, we at least have to check the cause of death for us 6. She untied the chain, unlocked the door, and opened it. The freezing outside air poured in. It appears to be quite windy still. Well, this body is just a cage of flesh to me. I don't care if I get wet or cold. Let's go. When Erica dropped her gaze to open her umbrella, she noticed something lying at her feet. Huh. There will be 2 constants in this game. Okay, 3. Me having an irrational obsession with mentioning tic-tac-toe, me not understanding anything really, and a piece of resistance, me doing terrible puns. Oh, those are funny, so you may continue as far as they're funny. Frederica. She read Frederica in Frederica voice. It's one of those usual letters. It was one of those letters saying but which with the seal of a vamping eagle on it. How is this here? Okay, so somebody has to not be dead then. Didn't we confirm last time that everybody is dead or not? I don't remember. One with eagle, okay. It had been wedged under the outside mat in front of the entrance, as though someone had predicted that Erica would eventually come this way while heading for the mansion. Due to the guest house's large eaves, the envelope has avoided the rain entirely. So, it's here already. Almost as though it was waiting for me. She bent over and picked it up. She then turned and opened recklessly and pulled the letter inside out of it. If we are assuming that some of these people are fucking pretending to be dead. Oh, they're half red, half white. Okay, they was not confirmed as... Yeah, they were not confirmed as 100% dead. Okay. Good thing they mentioned it for me or else. My memory is not good on this shit at all. So, some of these people are pretending to be dead? Probably? Or there is actually one more person on the island. Which could be true? Which is probably true. You're asking the wrong questions. Only to have seen 4 hours or 200 story and it's just woken up. No. She went over and picked it up. She then turned it open recklessly and pulled the letter inside out of it. A message had been written in neat handwriting. Welcome, Frederica-sama, it says. Oh, so it's calling me by my name? They totally saw this coming. What does it say? It's an advice notice of a crime. Well, a post factum notice, technically. Apparently they have taken a shrimmy at Butler's corpse. They're asking me to try to look for it. So this isn't the tear apart the two her clothes of the second Twilight? Well, disappearing corpses happen in a few times in the other games too. There's nothing really new about this. Erica shrugged and scorned the letter. Okay. Did Butler not actually died? However, this letter was a real attack. All his arrivals was sealed in a room on the second floor. And after Kraus and the others had gone around checking doors and windows, Eric had personally made sure that there was nothing at the spot. So this was an attack saying that someone who shouldn't exist had placed a ladder, and this someone was a witch. That was also an attack that the old Beato had often used. Sheesh. If the way you show it is the same, please tell me that an actual trick isn't the same too. Lenore, please call Butler here. Understood. Lord Butler, we wish to take our turn. Oh really? No evidence, just a turn. Okay. However, this letter was a real attack, gasp. It gave you a paper cut. The most effective attack. Oh my god, I can't read. Give you a paper cut, the most effective attack. Oh. Something making beeping sound somewhere, huh? Can you hear it? No, probably can. Okay. Huh. Oh, it's probably a car. It's probably a car. Okay. It got me angsty for a second. Got it. Let's have it. I'm ever so sorry. I actually don't have a new move to announce. Wait? Okay. Huh? The truth is, this is an apology. There is something you need to apologize for. Apologize? Butler and Beato eyes went wide. Erika played mind games. However, though Erika said that she wanted to apologize, she had a confident look on her face, as though even that apology would be a new move. So Butler glared at her dubiously without letting her guard down. It's about those attractive seals. I had actually already sealed one place. I apologize for taking so long to report this to you. Mansion? Butler's room? You already sealed something? In other words, you have already used up all the 3 rooms worth? Yeah, I promised I'd report on it right away, but I completely forgot until just now, liar. Don't worry, you're warming up to reading stuff. They pay me to lead, not to read, kind of thing. I don't know. What does this mean? They pay me to lead, not to read. In which context it would be ever used? Sorry. Yes, I promised that I rewarded it right away, but I completely forgot until just now. You have my sincere apologies. You don't look like someone who's sincerely apologizing. Well, that's fine. When you lead, but not read, I guess. It's as if you have good leading qualities and not really smart, something like this. Again, I'm also warming up. It's not a question to you, it's just a question to this weird proverb or something, huh? You don't look like someone who's sincerely apologizing. Well, it's fine. I'm the one who gave you this privilege. So, where and when did you place the seals? Lenore. Allow me to report. Butler's guest room. Butler's guest room was sealed at the time of Lady Sarika's inspection of a corpse. Okay. Yetta tried not to let it show on her face, but Erika didn't miss her eyebrows twitching slightly, and her gaze flicking over to Butler. Uh-oh. Normally, I would have liked to seal all 5 of the locked rooms, but I didn't have enough duct tape. Out of respect for my game master, I sealed only the room with Butler's son's corpse. She knew it could happen, so you were kind enough to close the lid on my coffin. I remembered the share a while ago, then I was planning to tell you when we reached the mansion and investigated the guest room with your corpse in it. But when Butler set it up, couldn't he see it? Or... That's kinda confusing because she literally kinda went back in time and put a seal here, like, retroactively. However, when this letter appeared, I figured I should report it right away. Why do you think that? Well, after all, Butler's son had been playing the game not knowing that his corpse was sealed in the guest room. Because of that, I thought, possibly, that it might change things regarding the appearance of this letter. The cousin's room and the next room over are currently sealed, so if a late report with the guest room with your corpse in it is also sealed. And there are 17 people on this island, excluding Lady Erika, the existence of an 18th person had already been denied in the previous game. Yeah, but they can lie. So when I thought about the person who would have placed the letter and erased their corpse, I thought that maybe, just maybe, things might be different? Erika laughed nastily while staring into Butler's eyes to see if he had panicked or disturbed. Butler-san! Stay calm. Erika just made her report a bit late. There is nothing to be nervous about. Erika had suspected it since the beginning. It was possible that Butler actually hadn't been killed and was still alive. And if he was alive, then the letter that had suddenly appeared was easy to explain, even though all of the survivors were sealed up. It's more about someone being over-enthusiastic and going into it without caution, or rather, arrogance. Ooh! That's nice interpretation. That's nice. That's kinda what it means in the short term, but how would you know? How would I know? You knew it was coming. They pay me to lead, not to read. Totally planned. Long messages. Long messages. I'm loving it. I'm loving this interpretation. This meaning. Judging by Betta's pain, agitation, maybe Erika's guess has been right in the mark. Butler had been played dead and somehow missed Erika's examination. And then, when everyone had holed up in a guest house, he had stuck out of a guest room. He had placed a letter about the disappearance of his own corpse at the entrance of a guest house, and then he had gone into hiding. If this was the truth, then the seals had been placed in Butler's guest room at the time of Erika's examination were now very significant. In short, if he had used this trick, when Butler would have broken the seals when he left his guest room, this trick would not be workable without breaking the seals, since the survivors were all sealed in a guest house. Breaking the seals in the guest room would mean acknowledging that at least one of the victims was actually alive. Excuse me? If Butler had known about the seals earlier, it was very likely that he would have advanced the game in a very different way to avoid this. In other words, it was very likely that an announcement about the seals would have a large effect on the rest of Butler's game. Should have tricked Butler. The surefire way of knowing if dead people are all, dead. Now I can get the image of Butler getting tickled out of my hands. What have I done? Oh, it takes so long time for me to process all the freaking information that goes to me today. I'm sorry. Erika was saying, if Butler playing a part of a corpse had remained inside the guest room to avoid breaking the seals, then perhaps the plot would have not included the letter. If the truth was that Butler was actually alive and had placed the letter here, then now that Erika's seals had come into play, there was a chance that he would find a contradiction in his trick somewhere down the line. That sort of contradiction is called logic error. A logic error? I think we heard about this really early on in the story. It's an... oh my god. It's an illegal move, the greatest and the worst form of errors, the one that the witch's side must never commit. Ah, I remember. It was something about the two sides of a tale not matching and creating a contradiction. Do you remember the part about magic for making candy appear inside an overturned cup? Yeah. Maria Onechan and Erika were fighting about it. It was just a sleight of hand where someone slipped the candy into the cup while Onechan had her eyes closed. That's right. Since Maria did not observe the process of a trick and was only given the result, she accepted the magical fantasy that the candy had appeared by magic inside the cup, and magic was established. Okay, so a logic error would be a trick that had become impossible. Thinking back, the time when Erika and Maria fought fiercely about this magic with a red and blue truce was really an opening battle of this tale. It's kind of funny. Let's try to remember that exchange. The heartless conclusion was that it had all been a trick. Making a candy appear in the cup by magic had been nothing more than Beata's claim. Magic can only do things that one can accomplish. In other words, the only result that the magic can leave behind are those that can be accomplished without magic. Allow me to say it straight out. There are two general types of magic. Oh no. Not this shit again. If you summon giants and make towers grow from the ground, but when the lead is taken off, nothing had happened in the rose garden. That's one type of magic. That is just fantasy and illusion. It's a lie with no observers, taking place only where there is absolutely no anti-magic toxin, to use the words of a witch. So basically, the tree falls in the forest and explodes or something, and because nobody is here, nobody can perceive the explosion. And nobody can say if tree actually exploded or not. Magic that doesn't have to produce a result is the easiest kind, and it is a lie. It's the same as a worthless delusion, a fantasy, a daydream. Even Butler saw through it partway through the third game. Then there is another kind, which we might call true magic, magic with results. The cup trick is an example of magic with results because the observer's check and actually confirms the cup is empty. A candy does appear inside the cup, and the observer is actually able to obtain that candy. So first one is basically you can never know, and second one is like stage magic trick. I don't think that example had an exploding tree, but I guess it works either way. I mean, I have noticed that, like the magic of illusion, magic whose results must follow one big rule. The rule is that only the unobserved process of what you accomplish can be transformed into magic. Convenient for you? I'll say it even more plainly and ruthlessly. In short, all forms of magic are tricks. I mean, the only result of magic are things that can be accomplished without magic. Ironically, that also proves that magic doesn't exist, but out of respect the witch's game, let's call it making the game solvable and fair for the human players. So this time around, the candy in the cup is a mysterious letter that appeared in front of Erika. In other words, it has to be a trick, a sleight of hand. By claiming that the witch has said letter here by magic, Onichan is trying to create magic with results. Actually, first time they actually took this part seriously and talk about it, and come to the conclusion that it's actually all fucking tricks. Great job. Just 150 fucking hours in. Correct. Since all the survivals are sealed within the locked rooms of a guest house, it's possible to embellish the suddenly appealing letter and say that it was strange magic and only a witch could have placed it here. But even so, it must be a possible trick in the end. In order to break through the trick with a candy and a cup, Erika had countered with the blue truth, saying that the candy had been snuck in here while Maria's eyes were closed. This was the correct answer, so Maria hadn't had any red that she could use. But what if she had used it? For example, what if Maria had used the red truce at the time to say, until Maria lifted the cup up, the locked room of a overturned cup was preserved? The red truce can only be used for the truce, right? I disagree. If you could lie with it, it'd be a massive They did lie with it though. If you could lie with it, it'd be a massive violation of rules. True, denying your own tricks to let truth is a large violation of the rules. However, if you instantly switch over to another trick that doesn't violate the red truth, although slightly unfair, the red truth is admissible. So in this case, in order to avoid contradicting the red truth that the locked room inside the cup was preserved, the witch's side would need to immediately propose a different trick compatible with the red truth. Like the excuses of a politician when he keeps backtracking as a new evidence is shown to him. Good one, Angie, good one. Yeah, well, for a rat like this, she might be able to get away with some painful excuse? Maybe there was some device on a table, or maybe it was just a trick cup with a fake bottom. But if those possibilities had been denied and read beforehand, they would not work either. The more the truths there are, the harder it is to talk your way out. I'm thinking, should I actually hold it against them when they lied in a red text to me? Should I just forget about it? Should I just forget that they lied to me? Because maybe it destroys part of the story for me? Because the Beata contradicting herself was in the second to third episode, right? It was a long time ago, and all episodes started with the fourth one are so much better than the second and third. Plus, the format of how the episodes was coming out is that it was like literally one episode once in the 5 months, and they all was made by one guy, so maybe I shouldn't actually hold it against him? Like, he was just one guy, and he made first couple of episodes and they became popular, and he made the rest of it. Maybe he didn't know what's gonna happen in the end. But some of the theories that I have actually contradict the red text that said that there is no more than a certain amount of people on the island. There for sure supposed to be more. In actuality, the candy has been put in the cup while Maria's eyes were closed. However, if, when Erica saw through that, Maria had used the red truth to say that the locked room of a cup had been preserved, the witch would have to rush and revise the scenario to a new trick that would still work logically, and that new read. I actually read your message, but I didn't respond to it. I didn't read it in loud. Well, and then truthful truth. And truthful truth indeed. The witch would have to rush and revise the scenario to a new trick that still worked logically after that new read. Revising the scenario is an unfair move that would never be allowed in mysteries. However, the very act of revising the scenario takes place inside a witch's head, which is an observable world. So she could claim that she has been using the trick with a fake bottom-up cup from the beginning, and no one could deny this. I love that they actually poking a format that they work in a little bit here. That's a nice touch. I mean, you can probably bullshit your way to fit into the twisted. It still counts if you use another trick definition. Also, it's one guy having to be keeping track of a lot of variables. Just saying, a tic-tac-toe based tricks game would have been easier. That's true! That's true! Tic-tac-toe based trick game is literally like Pokemon or something. It's literally every JRPG ever. This is awful. I could have not wrote a massive story like this, that's for sure. So she could claim that she's been using the trick with a fake bottom-up cup from the beginning, no one could deny it. Yup. So even if it really was a trick done while Onechan's eyes were closed, as long as the witch leaves herself a way out, she can even switch between truth and tricks. Rather than calling this an action allowed to witches, it would probably be better to say that this is the only allowed for the game master, the one who creates and writes. But even still, the new trick must not contradict any of the previously stated red truths. If the red truth makes it so the trick no longer makes logical sense, then there will be a mismatch between the two sides of a story, the illusory result that the game master claims was done by magic, and the true result that was brought about by a trick. There will be a contradiction and things will no longer make logical sense. We call this logic error. And that means the destruction of a witch's game. It's funny that the actual contradiction in rules would destroy this whole world. This world is a game that is possible to explain with humans. In other words, it must be possible for all the magic to have been done by tricks instead. Yep. Kinda. I meant it. In fact, that every tic-tac-toe game has a draw ending if they know what they are doing. Basically, could fit into magic must be also possible by non-magic, since every move has a counter move. Okay, now, for real, I'll stop talking about tic-tac-toe. Hold on, I'm reading your message. I have hard times to imagine this, but it does sound kind of cool. In other words, it must be, yes, it is impossible to do with the tricks when the human side has no move and we get what? If it's impossible to do with tricks when the human side has no move and we get a stalemate, oh my god. No, that's wrong. That is precisely the fatal and the worst possible illegal move known as a logic error. If the witch's side commits such an error, the game is instantly destroyed and they suffer a fatal defeat. Erika is probably seen through to Onechan's trick. Without the detective's authority, Erika can't perform a proper examination of the corpses. Because of that, he continued to play dead, snuck out of a guest room, and placed a letter at the entrance of a guest house. However, because Butler was so overly gracious in giving out those retroactive seals, things went wrong. Stupid Onechan. Panic is unwarranted at present. It is yet to be specified with the red truth that the seals around the guest rooms are intact. He is free to break the seals. If he does not, then he can probably have it so that someone other than the Butler was alive and swap them as the person who plays the letter. Yeah? That's right. It's not just Onechan. The other corpses haven't been confirmed dead with the red truth either. So far, there wouldn't be any problem if they were all faking. Exactly. It is not yet the stage to get flustered. He merely had to change his moves so that Erika's seals and the placement of the letter don't contradict each other. Ooh, I wish he's not gonna do it. I hope he's not gonna do it. It's gonna be more interested if he's not gonna do it. And revising the plot without contradiction is one of the moves available to the Game Master. However, taking a scenario one has imagined and revisiting its pathway through can sometimes create flaws in a tale. It would be a very painful move to make when the first Violet has only just ended. It would seem that Butler was the one with an enemy piece deep behind his lines. This hidden place will probably cause him to pain and discomfort with each step from now on, like a pebble caught in one shoe. That single pebble might kill Butler. RIP. This still isn't quite a logic error. And we are at fault for the delay in reporting that we are sealed the room retroactively, so I have no problem with letting Butler's son retroactively rewrite the plot concerning this letter. So sneaky. She's like cornering him to do something that she wants. Retroactively rewrite blood? I see. If I place the letter here, then this would be impossible as soon as I was sealed in a locked room. In this case, this letter shouldn't have appeared here. Correct. So I thought I should have chanced to revise the small contradiction. We have discovered the letter here. We are saying that we do not mind if you want to undo this, or if you want to use a revised scenario. All it takes is the presence of a letter and some duct tape, and a move like this become travel for Roderica. Your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, clap, clap, clap. Manipulations. My old enemy. We met again. Oh no, I can't breathe. Damn, what a dirty move. Well, what else should you expect from Erika? And I also made a promise with Lenore to play all-out merciless game. Yeah, it's true. I have been planning to make Butler actually be alive and then to have sleep out of a guest room, resulting in the disappearance and the placement of a letter. However, if I revise the scenario now that my move's been spotted, it will be the same as admitting that it was spotted. True! Don't, Butler! Even if I have to be stubborn about it, I don't want to admit that I have seen through here. I don't want to acknowledge a pathetic plot change where I try to sneak out of a guest room and end up breaking the seal. I want to change over to a different track so that the letter will be placed and my corpse will be hidden, while still presenting the seals in the guest room. It doesn't really have to be me who plays this letter. I can still revise the logic without contradictions. But Butler-san, even if you can't place the letter somehow, how are you going to make your corpse vanish afterwards? The guest room is sealed. If you don't find a trick to erase the corpse from the locked room right now, a logic error will occur. I still have time. Let me think until the last second. Damn it. With a painful laugh, Butler unconsciously scratched at his head. Anyway, we'll leave the letter like this. I can't say, oh, sorry about that, having a guest room sealed makes a big contradiction, so I'd like to revise my move. It will be the admission that she got me. I feel like a ninja hiding above the ceiling. Even though I had noticed and stabbed by a spear, I just withstand the pain, wipe up the blood, and act as though nothing had happened. False courage works well enough. I can let you know that this one hurt. Butler-san. Hey Beata, what does my face look like just now? I'm sure that's the same expression you had when I managed to hit you where it hurts in the past. Damn it. Beata couldn't think of anything to say. Useless words of comfort would only get in the way of Butler's thinking now. What would the old you do? The old you who created all of the rock rooms that tormented me so much in the past. What kind of trick would she use to erase my corpse from a locked room? Shouldn't you know this, Butler, if you are almighty and all-knowledgeable now? That's not how getting stabbed by a spear, but okay, sure. It's not how getting stabbed by a spear work, but sure. Beata trembled and groaned. The old her has been an expert at locked room tracks. If only that memory, that power could revive, she would be able to help Butler. There is still time to think. There is still time. Let's go, Erika. This was such a dirty move. So EP, Jesus. Logic error. Uh-oh. Which chapter is it? 15. Huh? The current track. The girls' witch hunt. What? The entrance to the mansion was locked, but Erika had the master key, so she opened it without any trouble. She had gotten Kraus and the others to take the master keys from her servants, and at the time she had used a little sleight of a hand to pilfer one of them. Don't know what it means, but okay. Oh, here. Well then, well, should we go first? Why ask? Let's go and hear Butler-san's answer. Grinning, Erika cut across the entrance hall, passing by the dining hall, and headed deeper and deeper into the mansion. She headed to the guest room Butler had laid dead in. Butler could put off deciding whether the seals would remain intact or not until the moment right before Erika witnessed them. However, once she had witnessed them, the game master would have to show what had happened to them. So unprepared, in the witch's game they were in now, the simple act of going to check the seals around the guest room was an attack. Are you ready, Lord Butler? Yeah. Or, as you would say it, come, step forward. Good, then allow me to examine your response. So let's see, are the seals broken or are they not? Has the locked room been preserved or has it not? The piece Erika held high in the air was the white queen, which represented herself. LARPing? Your target was Butler's territory. She caught straight in. Erika dashed down the hallway with a sickening smile and clung to the guest room door like a spider. Then she closely examined the seal she had placed retroactively. Are you sure? Are you sure? Butler-san! Is this alright, Butler-san? Yeah, I can't back down here. After all, even if I'm sealed in here, there are ways of placing the letter. But Erika is probably about to enter a guest room, and then she will observe your dead body. What are you going to do? If the body is here, then there is no problem. The letter's prediction will have missed, and it's not as though there is penalty for that. But you intend to fight this head on. There are times when a man is challenged head on, and he had to respond no matter what it is he's up against. Oh no. I must not pull back here. I'll take this challenge. I can search for a way out. Why? I can search for a way out all I want later. I managed to do that with Kinza's study last time. It'll be fine. I can do this. I can do it. Do your worst, Erika. We can confirm that the seals in the guest room are undamaged. Since the time Lady Erika confirmed Butler's presence, the locked room has been preserved. Good! I'm breaking the seals! Rip and tear! Ha 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 ha! Erika destroyed the duct tape seal on the door in ecstasy. It looked as though the intellectual had finally laid her true nature bare. Okay, I'm opening it. Show me! Butler-san? You naked scenario. Naked? Like a ruffian pushing down a weak girl. Ruffian? Bow 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 bow? Erika mercilessly and greedily threw the doors open. Then finally the inside of Butler's guest room was observed by Erika. Butler had to show it. Was there a corpse or wasn't there? Come on, Butler! Ah, here's my response. Butler grabbed the black piece from a board and raised it high. Ah, that piece? Piero had no memories of the time she had been an expert at this game, and yet for some reason she realized that this was a move from which there would be no coming back. Once a piece was moved, it couldn't be taken back. Ah, boom! Pilfer means to steal something. Ooh. The guest room was covered in silent darkness. It was pitch black and nothing could be seen. However, there was a light switch just off to the side of the entrance. If that was pressed, the room would be lit up and everyone would see whether or not there was corpse in the bed. Should I turn on the lights? No, wait a second, please. Butler-san, I have a proposal. Let me hear it. I think you already know, but this time around, I am not after a classic sword to victory of identifying the culprit. My enemy is not the loyal culprit killing the pieces, but my opponent, you yourself. Go on, I know. So, you're after a logicer. I'm seriously regretting it now. You were acting so miserable that I fell for it completely and I gave you this ridiculous privilege. It was your arrogance. It will cost you dearly. Damn it. So, what is your proposal? With a firm voice, Beata urged her to continue. Until just a second ago, she had remained behind Butler's back, a bit flustered. However, she was steadily now. She saw that Butler had let his emotions take control and had lured into making a bad move. So from the chessboard, who always invite has blundered a rook and a bishop, as well as trapping their king, not checkmate or let alone check, but still, from what I saw at last. I don't think they changing art for chessboard. I feel like it was like this for all the 200 hours. 150 hours, 150 hours. They saw that Butler had let his emotions take control and had been lured into making a bad move, and realized that it was the time for her to stay cool and support him. Erika's proposal couldn't be anything good, and on top of that, Erika was sly. Well, that's a missed opportunity. True. She probably wouldn't make a proposal that would be easily rejected. In a moment, I will turn on the lights. The top of a bed will be lit up, and it will be decided whether or not Butler-san has disappeared as the letter predicted. Oh, it's easy. It's so easy. Butler need to kill all the lights. Butler need to kill the lights, and Erika need to go for the lights and in the basement to check the lights. And while Erika is going to be gone, Butler may or may not disappear. She doesn't have any more tape. She can seal the room again. Okay, what? If he's here, great. There is nothing strange at all. The letter's prediction would just be wrong. Of course, the argument would probably switch over to then who put the letter here. But for the time being, the location of a fight would help move outside the locked room. And if he's missing? Yetta already knew. She knew the move that Butler had made a second ago. Butler had already disappeared from this room. Therefore, they would need to prepare a different disappearing trick, the one that he was actually alive and left through the door. The situation was simple. First, this room is a locked room. Also, Butler's life or death status has not been confirmed. In other words, it would pose no problem if he was alive. Under this condition, they had to make Erika think that Butler disappeared. He could escape from this room. Or, if that's impossible, he would hide somehow and wait for her to leave, making her think that he disappeared. Inside this tiny room, I will begin our endgame. The chase after the king. It will be over in just a few moves. You'll be unable to contradict the logic needed to allow Butler to escape from this room. And the tale will be destroyed. Game over. Fighting to keep this from happening is our job. What is this proposal of yours? An endgame fought over logic error should be a bit more precise. Once again, we will fight with the red and blue truths, but we need a judge on the same level as a game master to observe and see that he doesn't create any logic errors with the red truth. That seems reasonable. There is nothing special about it. Back when the old you was a game master, you were under the observation of your guardian, Lady Lambda Delta. She judged all your red truths to be valid. So you're telling us to show Lambda Delta our cards? I've been looking at them since the beginning. It's okay, don't worry. I'm impartial in my judgment. Can you say that was a red truth? Yup, I swear that I'm impartial in my judgments. I was very impartial in the last game, wasn't I? That goes double for trials where things will be interesting either way, doesn't it? Accept your challenge, Butler. Erica is going to corner you. Understand? She will duel with you and kill you in this room. If you're a man, accept the duel. Sure, fine. We won't get anywhere if a single impossible murder represented is accused of being a logic error. It's true that we need an impartial observer to guarantee that the game is legitimate. Then I'll come around to your side. Let me take a look at your hand. Annoying. Lamberetta understood what Butler had up his sleeve, and she confirmed that Erica's first move had indeed gone straight through his heart, just as Erica had guessed. Butler was alive, and after Erica had examined his corpse, he had just slipped out of the room, placed a letter by the guest house, and hid himself somewhere. Once the duct tape seals were retroactively placed in the guest room, he suddenly became required to show that they had been torn. However, if he had done that, it would have been the same as admitting that he had been seen through, and that he had lost. Unwilling to admit that, Butler had claimed that the seals had been preserved with false courage, and was now rushing to revise his logic. True, he could still escape for a few more moves. However, Erica was planning to corner and kill him here. Butler, you're fighting with some pretty incredible cards here. Cards? Now they're LARPing as if they're playing cards? Does this game of chess look like a card game to you? To me, it's always looked like you're playing a game of poker. So, by moving to the side and looking at the cards you hold, I understand everything. This is an awful hand. It's basically the lowest ranking hand there is. And Erica knows that's exactly what you have. What would you do? I'm the judge. I can't give you advice. But let me tell you my impressions. No, that's okay. This hand gives me the tingles. You are intending to use this nothing hand and a big wager to bluff Erica into folding, aren't you? She's not going to fold, you know. If anyone should be surrendering their chips and folding now, it's you. Thanks for the advice, Butler-san. The heart of the cards. I mean chess. I was playing so much this roguelike card game called Balatro. And now every time I think the heart of a cards, my mind jumps to this game. Oh, such a great game. Thanks for the advice, Butler-san. I agree with her. Let's back down from a fight in this room. We won't have any winning cards. Are you hoping for a card change to turn this hand into something half decent? But you're playing chess, aren't you? In the world of chess, if you rely on luck, you die. I mean, she's right. By hoping for a card change, she meant relying on luck and hoping that, even though she couldn't think of anything now, he might later be able to think of a good plan for now to make this locked room trick hold up. Butler, if you stay this battle without a trick up your sleeve, you're marching to your death. Aren't Butlers supposed to be in control? What's going on? If you ever plan to back down, it has to be now. When Erica pressed the light switch, you just have to be lying on a bed. That's all there is to it. Lambda, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're chatting too much. The judge needs to be impartial. True. Then good luck, Butler. I'm hoping for a precise, chess-like battle. You aren't playing poker, remember? Are you ready, Butler-san? Yeah, I am. Turn the lights on wherever you want. For the rest of the flight in this room, the progression of time will be stopped. This way, all the moves of both players will be made at the same time, and the first move made will be treated no different than the last move. It might be difficult to understand what I mean, but this is a rule to protect the logic, and it will protect you as well. From here on out, you will be rebuilding the trick in this room using the same twisted logic you want, and that means it's possible that you might think of a good idea partway through the fight. Normally, it's unfair to revise your plot partway through. In order for that to be acceptable, you need a world where logic throws up after the fact does not come too late. A world stopped in time where everything happens at once. They're cooking in some weird chat. Of course, Erica can take advantage of the rules as well. If you revise your tricks to be a new one, she can deal with this in a different way. This is pretty complicated. It's simple. It's like a corrupt politician's war of twisted logic. Stop talking about corrupt politicians! Like sister, like a brother? What is this? You lie shamelessly. What evidence it showed revealing your lie? You retracted. Says that you just remembered wrong, then changed to a new lie that doesn't have any contradictions. The fight goes between a lie, even then evidence exposing it, then another lie. Like a fight between two snakes spitting around trying to eat each other's tails. Good! Just think of it as a world in which you're allowed to use twisted logic based off your opponent's moves as often as you want. Didn't we do exactly the same all this time before? I used it myself when sealing this room, so I thought it was only fair to let you do the same. You have no shame, do you? Okay, then both players begin. Erica goes first, right? No, maybe start by checking the bet. See what Butler's taking on this? Yeah, let's start by checking the bet for Butler. Erica, begin. Leave it to me, my master. Lights on. Uh-huh. Oh no. He didn't use the light trick. With a click, the sound of a switch rang out and a bulb turned on, lighting up the room. Butler's bet on the bed was Lenore. Confirm it with red. Yes. Yoshiramiya Butler. No, it's my move. I'll say it. Yoshiramiya Butler is not on the bed. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Oh no! They always need to have a definition of a locked room somewhere. Should just Google it. Hold on. Let me quickly Google definition of a locked room in the umineko so I wouldn't be so fucking clueless as I usually are. Umineko wiki? Umineko wiki? Okay. Wrong language. Good one. No music? Yes, the counter move. Googling it. First ballot before the murder. How to solve locked rooms? No spoilers. Umineko locked room. 7th expansion wiki. Major Umineko spoiler warning. Maybe I shouldn't read this. I need just read truth about locked rooms. Can you give it to me? Umineko locked room read truth. Oh, there is a list of all red truths on website, on this website, on 7th expansion wiki. Should I just F3 locked room? Oh, there's just two. What? Okay, it's much more than 3. Okay, it's worthless. Okay, no, we're not going here. Oh well. Shrimp Butler is not on the bet. What is he gonna do? It cannot be a secret passage. It cannot be. The room is totally sealed. And it was confirmed before that this is a locked room. He is in the walls or something. Good, you did well not to run away from the fight. I'm impressed. It's a high stakes battle, so it costs you a lot if you're the one who loses. I hope you're ready. No one would raise the stake unless they felt confident in their advantage. Lenore, keep the record. As you wish. Are we not doing the court shit anymore? We just here? Okay. At Lenore's note, Cornelia, who was hanging back, started taking a record. She wrote down the butler's corpse, which should have been in the bed, was not, and also that Butler hadn't backed down from the locked room game. Remember when last time we did a love trial shit? I wonder what happened to it. As previously announced, Butler's first move is to have the corpse vanish. Now it's Erica's turn. Go ahead. I present the possibility that the Jeremiah Butler is alive and hiding somewhere in the room. I proclaim this was a blue truth. Invalid. If you want to use a brute truth, give me a specific location. In the last game, Beata did that in Kinza study, and Lenore made Swiss cheese of her, right? I guess this is revenge. Before I start searching, I have one blue truth I can use without search. There's a possibility of hidden their X that is impossible to discover. He's hidden behind that, so it's impossible for me to find him. Nox Earth. It is forbidden for hidden passes to exist. So we're doing Nox this time. Do we have Nox here? Huge spider! Small enemy spider. That's kinda creepy. Nah, let him be. What's he doing here? Is the spider season again? I'm tired of spiders. I'm looking at it. It's right above my monitor. It's just sitting here. It's looking at me. Okay, stop. No spiders. I wanted to check if we have Nox here. We don't have any Nox here. Good. Really considerate of them? That's right. No hidden places that are impossible for Erika-san to find exist inside the guest room. Dude, mom. Oh, he trying to get to me. Oh no, what is he doing here? Sorry, spider. I don't like when they coming close to me. He. Okay, he goes another way. What is he doing? Freaking parkour. Sorry. Reading a message. Dude, my mind is a mess. Memories of this game, confusing events after another. Only now that you mention it, I remember the shield your honor. I was defending myself in the mirror of my eyes. My beautiful eye thing. Yeah, that's how I do it every time I come here. I just remember random parts of a story that's supposed to be important. The spider's like, I heard you talking trash. Oh no. He ran away. He ran away from a fight. He is not cool. At all. It's a spider season again. No hidden places are impossible for Erika-san to find. Exist inside the guest room. Nox Earth. Wallet. Good. Then let's get started with the search. Erika slowly began to walk around. What are they doing, actually? Excuse me? No forbidden hidden passages exist, and no hidden places that are impossible for Erika-san to find exist inside the guest room. Are they counting on her not proclaiming that she's a detective? And they counting on her making a human mistake or something? Erika slowly began to walk around the room. Until the endgame had started, Erika had been energetic, jumping about impatiently like a hungry dog. However, now that it had actually begun, this was a stifling battle of wits, where each breath made her dance. Even the quiet sound of the rain was distracting. Now that I've searched the room, I request a description of its layout. The guest room is divided into two rooms, a bedroom and a bathroom. Currently, you have searched the entire bedroom section. There is only one exception. I'll leave that one place be for the time being. What? Why would you do this? So, were there any irregularities discovered in the bedroom? There were none. Except for the one location, there is no one to be seen in the bedroom. What is this except for one location business? Stop being annoying and make it public. True? There's a reason a face name card remains face down. I'll turn it over if it's needed, so look forward to it. Giggle? After thoughtfully checking the bedroom, Erika headed for the bathroom door. Since he wasn't in the bedroom, it was natural to think that he was in the bathroom. And since the guest room was made up of 2 rooms, if Butler wasn't in the bedroom either, it would mean that he had managed to vanish from the locked room. Except for the single location which Erika had intentionally left unchecked. I'm checking the bathroom. Lady Erika? The sound of a butter can be heard from inside. Uh-oh! Uh-oh, that's not nice to walk on people. Also, there's a faint hit. Aww, don't tell me he's taking a shower. Is it locked or anything? No, it isn't locked. Go ahead and open it. Then, if you excuse me. Is he gonna be dead in the shower? Slowly, Erika put her hand on the doorknob on the bathroom door. She tried to push it open, but felt a strange resistance. Of course, it wasn't the resistance of a lock. It felt as though it had a unnatural load on it. Out from the slightly open crack poured the hot air from the shower. However, it was unlocked, there probably wasn't anyone taking a shower. After letting a dumbfounded expression rise to her face, Erika slammed to the door with her whole body, knocking it open. Yeah? What? As soon as she opened the door, a tempest of hot air and water blasted at her. Get fucked, Erika. Erika had thrown for a loop, unable to understand what was happened. After falling backwards on her butt, she realized that boiling hot shower water was spewing out at her, and hard. Oh, what is this, cookie chair? What's this screwed up prank? Cursing, Erika trapped the blanket from bed around herself and tried to enter the bathroom once more. Oh, this gets... Huh? This gets a background. Why is it all in... spiky thingy? What? This time, she was able to figure out what was going on. It was an elaborate prank. A wire fixed to the shower nozzle is placed so that it's pointed at the entrance. The pressure and heat would turn up to the max, so that anyone who enters the door would be met with a wave of hot water. The pressure was very strong, which probably accounted for the weight she had felt when trying to push the door open. She tried to make the nozzle point in another direction, but not only was it fixed in place by a wire, it was also fixed in place high enough that Erika couldn't reach it with her height. Get fucked, Erika. She tried to turn off the pressure, but it was also held in place by wires. She couldn't manage anything with her bare hands. She would have to get a tool that could cut the wires. However, when she glanced at the bathtub, which was filled with a brim with very hot water, she saw a bundle of wires and a pair of nippers that had been used to cut them lying at the bottom. If she used those, she could turn off the pressure. Oh, whoa, thank you! The blanket she had used to protect herself from the shower became more and more drenched with boiling hot water. At this rate, she'd get burned even through the blanket. She needed to turn the water off quickly. This is Home Alone plotline! It is! It is! Whoa. Looking next to the bathtub, she spotted a long-handed body brush hanging here. Perfect! Erika used this to skillfully scoop the nippers up to the bottom of the tub. Fortunately, it was a wallow Western-style bathtub. If it had been a deep Japanese one, it would probably have been burned her badly. Making sure not to touch the hot metal parts, she carefully took the nippers and cut the wires in all the faucet. Take that and that! They're using the same audio track for being burned. I love it. She finally closed the facade and the heat from the hot water storm died down. For a while, Erica was forced to cool her almost burned arms under running water. What a calamity. Would you like a bath? I can wash your face as a splash. Allow me to pass. Aw, that's a shame. Erica had finally regained enough composure to be abusive. What the fuck? She closed the facade completely and silence returned to the bathroom. After that, all that remained was Erica's heavy breathing. She turned on the fan to get rid of her hot steam. She left the bathroom for a moment until that was finished. It was pleasant, like stepping into an air-conditioned room on a hot summer's day. Oh, good old Erica's abusive. Oh, Erica, my Erica. Now that was a ridiculous trap. However, this wasn't here at the time I examined Butler's corpse. Therefore, the appearance of this trap proves that the Shiremiya Butler was alive. Well, I never thought he was dead anyway. He merely decided to openly reveal the card that he already been exposed. Let's check the inside of a bedroom. What Butler seen? Was Butler seen? No, no one was seen in the bathroom. Good. With this, we have confirmed that except for one location, Butler does not exist in any place inside the guest room. Give it a rest. Just where is this one exception? Not to his bed? Under the bed. A coffin. Shiremiya Butler's coffin, that is. What is she gonna do? Excuse me? Ashes to ashes and dead to their coffins. This room is where you plan to finish me off, right? Fine, let's have it. The previous period of silence, complete except for the rain, was suddenly replaced by the overpowering smell of a burning fuse. Though it was extremely quiet, the room was filled with tension, as though you could be sliced in half if you relaxed for an instant. A cloud of gold butterflies gathered in the room's round table and turned to a witch's chessboard. It was finally time for the siege. The truth. You did not vanish from this room. You just hid yourself to make it seem as though you disappeared from a locked room. The place you are hiding is the one exception that I haven't investigated yet. Zerka lightly raised her hand. A single gold butterfly appeared from the darkness behind her, flitted between the index finger and the middle finger of Erika's raised hand and became a white piece. Then she lifted it high into the air. This is one exception. The walk-in closet next to the entrance. Bang! Like a light bulb of lightning striking the earth, the white piece homed in a weak spot in Butler's territory and slammed onto the board. Yes, it is here! Is it? With a crash, the door of the closet, which was just off to the side of a guest room entrance, was impaled by a spear that represented the blue truth. Laura had spun around and thrown it. The door was completely pierced, and the spear stuck so deeply that if a human had been hiding in it, it would have stuck through his chest as well. Its still quivering handle was a testament to the force with which it had been thrown. There are no places in which to hide other than this. You are currently hiding in here. What do you say, Butler-san? Have you been struck to the heart with a single blow for a little smothery mate? Butler-san, it's our move now. Yeah, I thought it'd be like this, Erika. You intentionally left one spot open so you could stick me into the coffin. It's the same move that trapped Kinzo's Natsuki last game. I saw this move coming. Oh, did you? Then let's see your response. But let me make a prediction. Let's hear it. In 2 more moves, I will have you checkmate. That's my prediction. Then I'll make the same prediction. I'll checkmate you in just 2 more moves. What are they doing? Sounds interesting. These predictions contradict each other. Who will be the liar, I wonder? The air crackled and sparked. The silence would hurt one's skin. Then go ahead. It is your turn. It's useless. You lowly coffin won't be able to trap Butler-san. Here's my response. Slowly. Butler held his hand over the chessboard. A gold butterfly had appeared from the darkness, rested on Butler's finger, and became a black piece. That black piece was the king, which represented Butler himself. You assert that Butler is hiding in the closet, and this is my response. Take this. Shiremiya Butler does not exist within the guest room. There are no exceptions, including the closet. Face off? He's gonna say in the end Shiremiya Butler never existed or something? I don't know. Like a black bolt of lightning this time, Butler slammed his piece down on a white piece of Erika's head, cut deep behind the lines, smashing this piece completely. As gold sprayed everywhere and a faint cloud of gold dust hung in the air, Erika's piece melted beautifully into the darkness. I see, so he hid in the closet at first and then slipped out of the room while Erika was occupied by the shower. It's the same technique he used to let Kinzo escape from the study last game. Distract the observation of the observer and disappear into the darkness. The Home Alone stuff was distraction. I knew it. Suck it, nerds. Good. Of course you say that. Of course you would. I already foreseen this move. Next was Erika's turn. A gold butterfly fluttered in front of Erika, and she grabbed it right out of the air with a swipe of your hand. She then lifted the hand to the air and raised the white piece high. Let me announce a retroactive move. You can't announce a retroactive move, what the fuck? This occurs back in the very beginning, right after I broke the seals and entered the room. Oh no, we're gonna be here forever then. At the time, I immediately closed the door, raised the chain and sealed the room. Fuck you. Objection. God deserved the chain when the crime was first discovered. Since the chain lock is not functioning, it's impossible to use this to create a seal. Objection overruled. Erika repeated the chain lock. Erika repaired the chain lock, see? Anyways. That's impossible. How could she have repaired the brass chain? It is possible to repair. Have you forgotten, Beato? The duct tape seals. Erika used the duct tape to join the two cuts. Erika used the duct tape to join the two cuts ends of a chain together, sealing them, but Erika didn't have more than 3 pieces of duct tape. In other words, the chain was repainted by the duct tape, and the room once again... Sorry? And this room once again became a locked room, locked from the inside. Objection. Erika-san has already used up her duct tape seals, hasn't she? She shouldn't be able to use them anymore, true? Oh, it was only talking about seals, but not about the tape. Fucking what games? Objection overruled. The use of a duct tape wasn't limited by the number of strips, right? It was by number of rooms. The only restriction was limited by... Fucking... I hate you guys. The only restriction was limited to only 3 rooms. Erika chose this guest room to be one of those rooms. So Erika was right to seal as many places as many times as she wants within this room. We hate board games. We hate board games. That's right. I gave you permission to do that. This is the price you pay for your arrogance. Pity is the evil liquor that the arrogant most prefer. So, with this retractive move, I proclaim that the chain lock has been repaired by the duct tape seals and was regained its original functionality. And thanks to that, the locked room I used upon entering it and made the guest room a locked room from the inside once more. The white piece Erika held aloof represented the seal formed by the chain lock. This move would draw out Butler's cane and drag it to the guillotine. Die, Butler. Die, Butler. This piece with the chain lock was slammed down on the square of Butler's king throat. Repetition requested. The lock created by the chain is currently intact. Poor guy. Butler's face confronted. Beato, who was watching from behind, grimaced even more. This move was very painful. If his logic was that he had hidden in the closet until Erika passed by, and then used the uproar in the bathroom to escape, then the chain lock must have been unset. In other words, he couldn't respond to the repetition request. Butler then jumped out the window. Never falls unless you're on the top floor of a tall building. He can't do it because everything is sealed, probably. Oh, and also there was a character who literally jumped from the top of a tall building in here, so... And if he didn't respond, Erika's very move would be to use Blue Truth. She would say, you hid in the closet, then use the disturbance in the bathroom to escape. Since then, you couldn't set the chain lock from the outside, you left it undone. And she would be right, and she would be right. That would be checkmate. As Erika had predicted, she would strike the finishing blow on the second move. And on top of that, she would probably use a disappearing Butler to fully examine almost all of the tricks behind the crimes that were to follow. Losing the battle over this rock room would steal a major deciding piece from Butler. But what if he was able to respond to the repetition request? What if he could say the lock created by the chain is still intact? That would be fatal to Erika. It had already been shown with the light truth that the guest room could only be made into a locked room from the inside. So this hopeless locked room would instead become Erika's coffin. With Riddle this tough, Erika would probably be forever unable to solve the mystery of Butler's disappearance. The disappearance of Euphemia Butler, and even a single unsolved riddle would mean victory for the witch's side. Butler wanted to respond to this repetition request if at all possible. However, if he responded, if he answered by saying that the chain was still set, he would have to abandon the logic saying that he had escaped while Erika wasn't looking, because after his escape, he would be able to set the chain lock again. The new riddle would put Erika in a much more difficult situation, but it would require him to construct a different escape method. Even a move such as him leaving the closet, doing the chaos in the bathroom, and hiding in another place, say under the bed, wouldn't work because he already proclaimed that Butler does not exist within the guest room. If you could construct logic that allowed him to escape from here while leaving the chain lock intact, then Erika would be the one facing a fatal blow. However, if he didn't have that logic, if he failed, it would be a logic error. The worst and the most abominable, illegal move that would instantly end the game in his defeat. He would have no way to recover. For Butler, deciding how to respond to this repetition request was a very advanced and difficult decision. Either way, Erika would probably corner Butler. In this case, the choice is obvious. Butler-san, the already many red truths guaranteed the locked room status of a guest room. How can you plan an escape room from this? If I can just do something about the chain lock, if I can just do that, if I can somehow deceive the chain lock, I can make Erika have to deal with a terrible locked room. It will probably finish her off. But in order to do that, I need to make a trick for escaping this room, which remained sealed until Erika's return to it, and which was sealed by a chain immediately after Erika entered. And on top of that, I have to make sure that the chain that can only be set from the inside remains in place. Ah yes, the old method, seduce the chain lock. Charisma plus 10. Unhinged comment, kinda. If I can do this, if I can figure out a way, then it all ends here. But I still can't think of a trick. Right now, Erika is asking me to repeat whether the chain lock is still set or not. I need to decide whether I'll take this challenge or back down, and I need to do it right now. If I have a certain win trick, then this is where I should fight. But I don't have this trick. I should just acknowledge that I slipped out of the closet and did the chain and escaped, and backed out of the fight. If I... Spider is back. He's having fun here, what the hell? He doesn't know I'm playing umineko. If I say the chain was set without the trick up my sleeve, then it's impossible for me to escape. In other words, it's a logic error. Even if you lose the fight in this room, there will still be chances left to us. We're still only started the second day, haven't we? We have plenty of time to conduct another impossible murder. No, it's no good. If I admit that I fled into this room, it's the same as admitting that I'm the culprit. If I back down from a fight in this room, it'll be the same as accepting my defeat in this game. Butler's point was a valid one. If Butler was the only one alive and free to move while all of the other humans were locked in a guest house, Erika would probably name Butler as a perpetrator for all of the following impossible crimes and base her blue truth around this. If Butler wanted to forcefully turn this around on her, he would have to rewrite his tricks and logic so that someone other than Butler would be set up as a perpetrator. To fix up one flaw, he would have to create new flaws. And the flaws might eventually pile up and kill Butler. What was he doing before then? Even running away would mean tightening the noose around his own throat. The first truth that Butler is a culprit has already been hit upon. But I'm still going to stubbornly refuse to give in and somehow fight to get out of this. I need to fight. This is make or break moment. I've definitely been cornered into a dangerous spot. However, if I can nimbly switch gears, everything might turn around at once. If I can just make this chain my weapon. I feel like I've been in this if I lose we fail conversation for like 10 minutes. Yeah, pacing is not that great in this game, in this book. But it is what it is. It used to be much worse before, so it is improvement. I can kill Erika. Wait, are you actually going to respond to your repetition request? Do you have any logic for how you can escape without undoing the chain lock? No, you don't. If you respond, that's it. You'll lose instantly from logical error. It's clear which choice you ought to make. Yeah, it's clear. No matter what move I choose, it'll turn for the worse just as Erika wants. If it's horrible either way, I'd like to choose the move that had the biggest reward if we win. You're going to call, even though you have no logic for escaping and no trump cards? You plan on accepting her repetition request and taking her on? I may not have so much as a single pair in my hand, but with just one more card, this hand may become a straight, a flush, or will a royal straight flush. Royal straight. What? Hold on. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I know what they're talking about. If hell waits for me after both options, I take the one that'll finish her off if I win. That's an insane move. Sometimes even madman jumps into the path of death. A miracle will occur. It's impossible. How are you going to escape this locked room without removing the chain? There's only one difference between heroes and madmen. It's whether they win or lose. If you're going to bet big, I'll be watching with interest. If I can finish things with this move, then, as I predicted, I can kill Erika on my second move. I still can't think of a trick for escaping this locked room. However, there has to be something, And once I think of it, I can make a magic illusion of me changing into a butterfly and slipping like a smoke out of a crack in a chain-locked door. If I have even a drop of a mad mage's blood in my veins, if I can have just a shred of a glorious miracle he had been able to bring about, share it with me now! Are they playing the niche game known as poker chess at this point? It's a game of chess, poker, or tic-tac-toe with circumstances. Oh, tic-tac-toe. So, Butler-san? Let's have a second move that she predicted she would checkmate me on. Please write your answer to Erika's repetition request. Will you respond or will you decline? Slowly, Butler's hand stretched out to his king piece on the board. He lifted it up slowly, held it aloof, tracing a large circle in the sky. Would Butler respond, or wouldn't he? Would the lock caused by the chain be preserved, or wouldn't it? Would Butler's cane crush the piece of chain lock that stood right in front of it? Or would it slip away like a ghost? Ghost? And escape? This is my response. As predicted, on my second turn, your thought. You're through. Here it comes. Furudo. Erika! Butler's skin became a black lightning bolt and crashed down onto the board. Where had it gone? On top of a piece in a chain lock? Or past this piece? I will be responding to the repetition request. The lock caused by the chain is intact. Butler's king had left the chain lock piece in its place and had slipped past it. Erika laughing? It sure would be cool if you say that the chain lock was still sad, wouldn't it? That certainly would be cool, I admit. But do you know what they call someone who's so full of himself and he jumps into the path of death just because it's cool? No clue. Shirimiya Butler. That's what we call him. Ooh. I file a motion for a logic error. With that last red truth, you have just cut off your own logic. May the impartial judge issue a judgment on this matter immediately, please. Gratulate Lambda Delta. Oops, no voices. Motion received, Lambda Delta. Does this make logical sense? Your inspection, please. Motion received. Butler, show me. Let me see your cards. Butler-san. It is a royal straight flush, right? If you got nothing, you won't get out of this with just a sorry, okay? Yeah, I have no intention of apologizing. If it's a logical error, the game board will be blown away. You inherit this game board from Beato. It's the only memento you possess of your precious Beato, so you'll never be able to accept a logic error. A logic error only becomes established when the witch admits to it. As long as they keep thinking about new logic by which they could escape, they will not die, cannot die. However, this is like being imprisoned in an endless living hell of mind. Even if you do manage to crawl through forever and fall into the darkness of thought, you'll just be internally trapped in hell where you constantly think of ways to escape this locked room by denying the logic error. Are you sure? Are you sure? This is the next worst thing to the depths of oblivion, you know? It's like the difference between falling from the roof of a 10-story building and falling from the roof of a 100-story building. I mean, you're gonna die either way, so... Lambda. Butler has already finished making his move. Players can take big moves once it's made. Act as an impartial judge you sworn to be, carry out your motion, and see whether or not Butler escape from the locked room is logical, and whether there has been logic error or not. Be slow, accurate, and meticulous like an archaeologist, and be as fast as a guy at the ice cream shop when he forcefully and skillfully scoops out that sweet, fragrant vanilla soy sauce ice cream. Soy sauce mentioned? Yeah, I know that! Butler! I'm taking a look now. Butler-san. Gato, do you think I'll lose? I don't want to think that. Oh! Oh? Are we going... Is this how we're going to come back to... Love game? Love trial? Because... the victor of the love trial gonna get a free miracle, right? We couldn't track. Infant Queen Bee. What is these titles? Are we gonna go back to the love trial and Beata gonna fight for... to save Butler or something? Something like this? Not a great example with the ice cream thing, but okay. Oh. Stretching? So I'd like to believe that you may accomplish a miracle once again. The woman called Fujikomine, the woman called Beatrice. She thought on the same border between reason and madness. The whole time, she fought with a mixture of anger, sadness, and several other emotions toward me that can't be described with words. Oops. And at the very last game, at the very last moment, she managed to seize victory. It might have been the rank of her hand with Beato's grip as she fell. Beato passed away without realizing that she had already won. In this final game, the true victor was Beato because she died. She entrusted me with this game board. That's why I'm going to win. So I need you alone to believe in me, Beatrice. If believing will bring about a miracle, please. I'll believe in you, Butler-san. Ah, it's pissing me off! Please just check it already, Lady Delta. There is no valid logic. There doesn't exist any way to get out of this locked room. You're overrated, Butler-san. Sure, if you could win with this, that'd be cool. If you manage to disappear even though the chain will still set, that'll be amazing. So cool. How mysterious. Hold me. Squee? Huh? Like hell you can. Like hell you can do it. If you can do it, you really would be a witch. If you could vanish your way out of the locked room like a puff of smoke, I'll have to acknowledge it. I'll be the work of a witch. Quite, Lady Erika. The Illuminated is constructing her inspection. Nailed it. Pass through. One move. Go back. Corner. With sweat gathering in your forehead, Lomadete is so invested. Lomadete inspected the movements of the pieces from Butler's side. She was as accurate and meticulous as an archaeologist, just as Bercastella has told her to be. Dot. After gulping stiffly, Lambda looked between the formation of the pieces on the board and Butler's face, which remained tense but steady. Lambda? I have finished my inspection. There's no way the logic works. Please, God. Erika. What? I'm very sorry. Which way am I supposed to take this? It was fun. Now, this is the end. For hell's sake, which way am I supposed to take that? Silence! I have finished inspecting Butler's move. The verdict is... Camera stones to every character. Valid! What does it mean? Valid? Oh, it's been Butler win! Yay! Erika never ceases to amaze with your sudden archaeological event. I dislike you, but damn, she's not interesting. Erika is so funny. I like her a lot. Valid? You lie. I judge it to be valid. He's presented logic that doesn't violate any of the truths, and I've finished checking it. The move by the player on the witch's side and the red truths given in response to the repetition request is valid. Butler, for the first time, I have to say I think you're incredible. What? Excuse me, I was kind of invested into the tension. What we're saying? So there's a way. There's a way that Butler escaped this locked room. Even though with all of this condition, when the lock caused by the chain is intact. So basically, So after Erica went and got pranked, Butler already wasn't in the room. But he was in the room in the beginning. Are they gonna explain it to me, or are they gonna left it like this? How did he do it? See? In your game, a miracle will always occur if you believe. But Butler-san, I'm sorry. Oh, I believe. If only I had believed more strongly, you wouldn't have been cornered like this. Beata flew onto Butler's chest, sobbing. Erica staggered backwards, striking her head back and forth dizzyingly. And Bercastel? Your face was like an expressionless mask. Excuse me? Actually, this episode started with Bercastel and Butler getting married. Remember this? I mean, you wasn't here for it, but how it... So something bad is supposed to happen, probably. What? I mean, it was as if... Well, Erica and Butler were getting married, literally. And it's supposed to be ending of the episode. So you know how they show you end in the beginning so that you were engaged in the story? I don't know what it was about. So supposedly it's not the end of an episode. Something else bad supposed to happen here. Your face was like an expressionless mask. Then slowly it became a smile. Uh-oh. And for some reason it seemed a sign of some horrible emotion. Uh-oh. Well done, to think that you escaped the room without removing the chain. Simply splendid. With your small hands, Lenore slowly started to applaud quietly. She was followed by Gertrude and then Cornelia, and then by Beata and Benedetta too. Applaud filled the room. Oni-chan, how did you... I see. Yeah, the moves that cannot be seen by one whose thoughts are trapped within the locked room. Oh, so he escaped on a meta level? What this supposed to mean? Impossible. I'm... impossible. Ick. As Amedelta watched Erica, who was stunned and moaning in shock from despair she couldn't accept, she had to take her head off. The strength of Butler's heart and intelligence at this critical moment. Excuse me? Are you gonna explain it to me? No? Another unexplained mystery case? Cool. I had to deal with all of this bullshit and now you tell me this. Never thought it would be confused as I was at the beginning, but it looked like I was wrong. Well... She had to take her head off to the strength of Butler's heart and intelligence at this critical moment, and to the power of these miracles. How did he do it? Are you gonna explain it? No? Okay. Incredible, Shinya Butler. It was so wrong to think that your power and Beatus would cancel each other out and bring an eternal draw. I've suffered total defeat. And Byrne, who realized your true strength, but thought she could get you to do what she wanted, well, she suffered total defeat too. Byrne is a witch who waits for miracles. You are the witch who summons miracles. You are not Byrne's piece. At this moment, without a doubt, you have surpassed Byrne. At the fact that you only took a moment to think up a trick to escape this locked room really is nothing short of stunning. Please explain it to me. As Erica predicted, Butler had been hiding in the closet. Then, during the chaos in the bathroom, he had snuck out of the room. Erica had guessed this much. She retroactively set the chain lock and sealed it to prevent Butler from doing this very thing. The chain lock cannot be reset from the outside, so it should have been impossible to escape from the locked room. However, by thinking outside of the locked room, Butler broke through. We can use anyone to explain it, but let's go with a piece of Curie, his mother. Okay. Just like Butler, the other victims of a first ballot had not been confirmed dead with a red truth. In other words, just like Butler, the others, including Curie, can still move. Probably. At least some of them should be dead, I would guess, but okay. And their locked rooms are not sealed, so they can go out as they please. Curie came to save him. Curie followed behind Erika, okay, and waited in the hallway while the latter entered the guest room and sealed the door room from the inside. Then, after Butler undid the chain lock and escaped, she entered the room in his place. Okay. Then Curie reset the chain lock from the inside and hid in the closet, just like Butler had done. It's definitely possible. But why the fuck would she do this? Yes, it's true that Butler isn't inside the guest room right now. However, that doesn't mean that no one else is inside it. Curie took Butler's place in the closet. The one exception that Erika left unchecked and is there still. Curie saved Butler. Yeah, uh-oh. Shiremi Curie cannot save Butler. Huh? Lenore? What do you mean? Shiremi Curie cannot save Butler. Why not? There is no red saying that Curie can't save Butler. Wait a second. How are you using the red truth? It's valid. Lenore's red truth is valid. Applying the authorization to unseize the red key. Granted. Lenore, do it please. How? How can you authorize this? It's valid. Did Erika give in and became a detective? Got a detective authority out? It's valid. I guarantee this red truth by impartial judgment. Without telling us your reasons? We'll reveal this soon. Very soon. Butler hasn't proclaimed Curie dead with the red truth yet. It's allowed for Curie to be playing dead. And the duct tape has already been used to 3 rooms, making it impossible for you to seal Curie's room. So how can you use the red truth to say that Curie can't save Butler? The red truth has no basis. We'll tell you its basis soon. But more importantly, Namda, the logic with Curie has ceased to function. You should probably find another piece to switch pieces with Butler, don't you think? Yes. There are still pieces that can save Butler. They gonna kill off all of them? Okay. Reconstruct the logic. All we need is someone who can switch places with Butler. It doesn't have to be Curie. Then let's switch it to Natsuki. Or Shirimi and Natsuki switch places with Butler. Lenore, do it. As you wish. Rip. Lenore and Lonsword smashed Natsuki's piece into bits. How? How can Erika deny this logic without the detective's authority? Shirimi and Natsuki cannot save Butler. Then Eva! Ushirimi Eva! I love this transition. Ushirimi Eva cannot save Butler. Then Rosa! Maria! Save your breath. Why is breath spelled like this? Neither Rosa nor Maria can come to his aid. Death. Die the death. Die the death. Sentence to death. Great equalizer is the death. Yes. pencil. Curious. Should we take a break? We should. Oh, objection! We find out what the objection is in 5 minutes. Be right back. Oops, sorry, I needed to answer messages from my work. Oh. Oops. Water? Objection! Erika-san doesn't have the deductive authority. How can she use any red except for the duct tape seals? Good question. Objection overruled. The lack of a defensive authority does not imply that no red truth can be used whatsoever. What? There is a way, isn't there? Tell me? Yeah, there is. There are a few exceptional red truths that an even number of even humans without deductive authority can use. That's crazy. Yeah, that wasn't presented before. You can't just say it, whatever you want. You need good reason to do it. There's no way something like this exists. Yeah, such thing cannot exist. However, there's a certain action permissible only to humans without deductive authority, and it can become a truth of such overwhelming credibility that witches can easily rise it to a level of red truth. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? A certain action permissible only to humans who aren't the detective? You don't mean observation? What are you talking about? Erika, you didn't. Erika killed him! Did she? No way. Did she? I've got it. Yeah, if I'm right, this red truth a wallet. I don't understand. Was there some power that can only be used without the detective's authority? There is. There is just one. Huh, so you finally realized. That's right. And it was for this reason, and this reason alone, that I abandoned the detective's authority this time around. You told me I could make a detective proclamation whether I wanted, right? Well, unfortunately, I'm no longer capable of making that proclamation. She killed them. Noxus. Which one was it? Yeah, there was a Nox one that a detective cannot be a killer. Nox 7s. It says forbidden for the detective to be the culprit. But that's... What? Finally, Beata realized everything. Yeah, after somebody told you that. Yes, the detective authority bestows several powers that are useful for reasoning, but it eliminates one single privilege. That is the Nox 7 commandment. It is forbidden for the detective to be the culprit. In this game, it's impossible for humans without the detective's authority to examine corpses perfectly. So there have been several tricks which are dead have been all faking and vaking around where they please. You probably thought you can use this logic to create several impossible crimes after this. When I said that I wouldn't make the detective proclamation, somewhere on the inside you must have said I won. You British sly yourself. You gave me the duct tape seal seemingly out of mercy, but that was because you planned to have all of the first-time violent victims survive, band together, and carry out the crimes. That's why you gave me only 3 rooms worth, which wouldn't cover all 6 people. No matter which room I sealed, at least one of your powers could move freely. You must have been plotting to use that to corner me. But too bad. Your naivety is deeply tiresome, you stupid man. I admit it. I admit that I fell for your monkey show, and that my pride I tried to show you some mercy. That's right, even without the attack's authority, there is a way for a human to make sure that a corpse examination cannot fail. Yeah, we know. If the human lying in front of you alive or dead, you can answer that question by You can answer this question by examining the corpse. With just a quick glance, your chances of being right are 50-50 either way. Various bits of knowledge and experience can be used to obtain a more precise result. However, no matter how much you do that, while you can reach up to 91%, you can never reach 100% accuracy. This is great. I'm having fun. I'm having a blast. That's what most people would think. However, that is the only way. Oh, by the way, this is the first time they actually solved one of this. They actually come really close to say, oh, here's a culprit, here's what people do, there actually wasn't that at all. This is great. I love when they do this. That's the first time they did it, but I love when they do it. However, there is one way to conduct a perfect examination. Kill them! It's as simple as that. Erika. Without the detective's authority, I can't tell whether the victims are dead or faking, so I needed a way to be sure, and if possible, it would be preferable if they were removed from the game board, so they cannot make a mess of things later on. So I dashed all over the mansion, visited all the crime scenes, and I killed everyone all over again. Except for Butler? Who's everyone? What on earth? I love when they do it. No, they never do it, and this is the first time. So yeah. What on earth? Of course she couldn't just kill them. Fuck, wrong ways. Of course she couldn't just kill them however she wanted. However she liked. It had to be a perfect way of killing, good enough that their death cannot be determined with the red truth. Erica made sure of that. The manner in which they were each killed different, but afterwards, she completely severed the head of all... What? She completely severed the head of all those she killed. That method of killing is solid enough to be called the red truth, right? Lambda? It's valid. No human could survive after being decapitated. Could you have served all of those heads without getting any blood on you? For example, you could take a large trash bag from the kitchen and grab the knife through it. And if you cover the entire corpse, she's literally an American Psycho. Erika became a medieval queen, English queen suddenly. She's Jack the Ripper. She's English serial killer. No. For example, you can take a large Then if you cover the entire corpse with a trash bag, as you do your work, you can block nearly all of the blood splatter. Naturally, I prepared a separate knife and bag for each person I killed and left those items at the crime scene. Of course, I didn't humiliate myself by walking around with them, leaving blood in the hallways and dirtying my clothes. There will probably be trash bags left at the crime scenes with my fingertips on them, but since the game ends before the police come out, the bags won't be used as evidence of anything. They can't just be left there without a problem. Are you insane? What kind of mystery would ever allow something like this? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a witch of a fantasy site. Aw, don't worry, I didn't kill you. I found you last and didn't have time to serve your head, so I just sealed your whole room with the duct tape you gave me. Then again, that might have been because I knew this would happen and wanted to watch you flounder. Alright, just like you can say I killed them in red, I can say one more thing. At this point, Erika stopped for a second, and still... is she really capable of an expression even uglier than the one before? With that greatest of all faces, she spoke. All 5 people I killed were very much alive until the moment I killed them. Someone faithfully played dead as best as they could until the moment just before I killed them, okay? Maria-san was quite a little troubler. After all, even though your mother had already been killed in the same room, she kept on playing dead without even noticing. No fucking way. They're devils. Up to now, many witches and demons have appeared in this tale, but this is the first time I've seen a true devil. Oh, you don't be so dramatic, Butler. I mean, she has a point. It's not a real crime. She's just really desperate and really passionate about her job. You bastards! You bastards! Also, now Butler is upset because his family died. At last, Beata understood the entire plot of this tale. First time ever this happened? This tale was just a story of a prank. Someone must have come up with the idea of playing in slightly harsh tricks on an inconsiderate guest who loved to show off their intelligence and act the part of a great detective, and several people had agreed to go along with it. The ones who would play the victims went into their assigned rooms, set the chains, and the locked room and the lock from the inside. They played that to create a fake locked room murder. If you think about it this way, the rooms chosen for the corpses seem to make more sense. It was only natural that for Natsuhi to die in her own room. If you're going to play that, it's only natural that you want to lay down on your own bed. Eva vanity is strong, so she must have volunteered to die in the VIP room. Kiri was in a Krause's study. That was probably very air-conditioned and comfortable. Rosa and Maya were in the parlor. A soft sofa would have been a great place to play that. Maria had gone an extra mile to make it look more realistic by lying dead inside the wall. Butler was in the guest room. The temperature here was also nice. The bed must also have been fairly pleasant. Yeah. The victims for the first toilet had all died in comfortable rooms. In the past game, the corpses had often been found exposed in the courtyard or under the rose garden arbor, in the cold gardening shed, or in a boiler room. This time, there were no victims in any such inhospitable environments. This is probably the truth. This was the story of a prank, where no one was dead in the first place. And then, this devil turned into a genuine murder case. Do you have the right to speak ill of Lady Erika? You do have the right to speak ill of Lady Erika. However, at this moment, you have the obligation to present new logic that does not lead to any contradictions. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. David Bowie's song, corpses to corpses. So, Butler-san, let's continue the game. Please present the different humans to switch places with you. If you don't, your trick will become a logic error. There is now no one who can come to the rescue. Erika killed every last one of them. Haha, but they didn't know that there was another person in this island or something. Damn it. Butler-san, please calm yourself. Now's the time to wipe our tears away and fight. Even if you lost 5 pieces who can save you, there's still 11 in the guest house. You're right. Krause, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, George, Jessica, Sharon, Kanan, Genji, Godo, Sumakuma-sama, Nanjo. It doesn't matter who, as long as someone comes here. Somebody, help! There is no way! Take a look at this! Gertrude? Cornelia? I'm not yelling. For your attention, we beg you to inform you that we are here and ready. Butler Swan. Swan? You gotta see this. What's the deal? Erika, who was now so excited that her pronunciation was trembling all over the place, pointed at the 2 doors. It was hallway on the 2nd floor in the guest house. They were in front of a cousin's room and the next room over. Look, here! There's something stuck to the door. Was it? Was it? Hey, do you know Gertrude? Oops. Oh. For your attention, know that this is duct tape sealed from the cousin's room. Oh yeah, very good. One more. Was about the thing on this door. Be advised, this is a duct tape seal on the next room over. Oh, very good. Okay, you two. And all of you watching at home on your TVs, please take a look at the duct tapes on both doors. So, what do you think of them? Are they broken? Are they not broken? Please read truth loudly so we can all hear. For your attention, I beg to inform you of the following. Note that neither is broken. Note that unbroken seal is proof that all have hitherto been denied passage. It needs no second telling, but we advise that passing through without breaking the seal is impossible. The spider on your wall came to help Butler, obviously. Oh. It's impossible because spiders are natural enemies of witches, and Butler is a witch. So he probably can't touch spiders. Haha! Checkmate. Good. Butler, as it is as you see, there is no longer exist anyone who can come to your aid. The victims of our first twilight have all been killed, and the guest house is still sealed. No one can come to rescue. They ran through the window! Yo! Because the sealed rooms of a guest house was not a locked room mysteries. She doesn't have to touch the spider though. But how spider would open the door and close it again? Erica had anticipated this moment all that time ago, and that was why she had made the strategic move of suddenly sealing those rooms. This resolved the confusion Cornelia had felt back then. Why wouldn't the human side player want as many free humans as possible? This was a natural, simple question to ask. However, once you seal up all of the humans, there is no room for magic to intervene. Why is magic magic? Because the people who saw it say that it was magic. Then, is it possible for magic to exist in a place with no people? There is no problem with that because there is no anti-magic toxin, right? But you didn't know, it was man spider, legally distinct Spider-Man. Man spider. Sounds like a Super Sunday character. It's not called Super Sentai. Oh, it does called Super Sentai. Okay. No matter, forget it. There is no problem with that because there is no anti-magic toxin, right? Wrong! Magic is a place that isn't being witnessed. It's no different from a delusion, a daydream. True, so true. Magic which result might be carried out by human hands. If all humans are sealed off, then magic cannot be created. This was Erika's strategy for the game and her beautiful checkmate. Well now, who's going to come save you? Please tell me who the real person is who switched places with you, remain in the guest room in your place, and set the chain lock from the inside, if they ever exist. It was Beato. It was Beato. Well, Butler, do you have a broken thread of logic? Who could have come to save you? You're currently in the middle of a logic error. Wait. I'm still thinking. Butler, you have two rights and one obligation. Your first right is the right to build a new thread of logic to reconstruct your locked room trick. Your second right is the right to come clean and admit your logical error. And your one obligation is to choose one of those two options. There is some mercy. There is no restriction of amount of time you have to make this choice. That's right, your time is endless, eternal. I'm sure there is still some way, some twisted logical loophole, or... Anyway, I'm sure there is still some way. I'm thinking about it. What about you, Beato? Let me know if you find anything. I'm sure the old Beato could have managed something. Butler, you should not put so much pressure on this little girl, who just was born like fucking a little while ago. She built up several locked rooms like this. Beato felt awful. Why was she Beato and yet not? Surely the old her would have thought up a trick under these restrictions. If only she could do this, she could give Butler a victory, but she couldn't do as he couldn't self. Couldn't do this as he couldn't self. Giggle? I'm sure you'll think of a good trick. Eventually, surely, probably, maybe. Pretty sure it's impossible though. So then, Butler, let's go back to the guest room. From now on, that will be your world. Once again, they returned to the slightly chilly guest room. It was the same room as before, of course, but it felt as though an unsettling darkness was crept in. Again, we come back to the guest room sequence, okay. There's a room you'll spend your days in from now on. You just need to escape from this room by any means you want. However, these are conditions. As I believe you know, there are things you force on yourself. First, this room is a locked room created from the inside. The seals and the windows are intact, so there can be no escape from here. Seals and the windows are intact? Of course, there is no way to escape by leaving through the bathroom. I'll make it simple. There is no exit to escape from except for this door. However, the chain lock on this door is set. You can unset and reset it all you want, but you can only do this from the inside. Furthermore, you're free to go out through the door, but leaving while the chain lock remains unset will not count as an escape. You have to show that you can escape from this room with the chain lock still connected. But you couldn't possibly do it. He made this lock room himself. We have set up just one exit other than a door. This one is a bedroom. My masterful master has arranged for the last way of you. For the last way out if you fail to think of any trick or escape. Please listen up. Suicide? Becca still guided Butler to the bedroom. It was just a normal bathroom. The setup intended to surprise Erika and buy Butler time was no longer working. However, the bundle of iron nippers that was been used to prepare the trap still lay in the empty bathtub. Are you saying that I can use this to help me escape? Yes, please feel free. It is a present. However, no matter what you use, you can't lock the room from the outside. And you can't fool the seals either, okay? Those tools aren't here to help you put some trick with a chain lock. They're here to let you escape from this room in a more direct way. How am I supposed to use this? Not bad, Vern. I see that she minds as grotesque as ever. There's an exit that leads directly outside from this bedroom. Can you find it? You don't mean... Did you figure it out, Beato? Please tell me. Sewer? That's... impossible. Please, where is it? Tell me! We can't let the game end like this. There. Huh? Where? Under the bathtub? Can you see it? There's a round hole that leads straight to this room. It's a bit small though. You. Huh. It's a drain right here at the bottom of the bathtub. You can get out through here without touching the chain lock, but your body is a bit too big to get through this exit. I'm thinking the trick here is only the first room is said to be a locked room, and the second room could probably have a secret room in it. Right? Because isn't having something like a drain contradicts the idea of a locked room? Are they gonna mention it? You can get out through here without touching the chain lock, but your body is a bit too big to get through this exit. That's why I decided to lend you those tools here. Escape through the drain? How? She couldn't mean using those snippers for 100 years to widen the hole, right? Butler and Beato had already realized. They had figured out this demonic way out that the demons were proposing. Just use those snippers and cut your body into pieces that can fit. Based. Pinch, rip, snip. You can sit back in the tub under a hot shower and start from your toes. Snip and wash, snip and wash. Just keep going that and oh, what do you know? You suddenly managed to escape from the locked room. Oh, what do you know? It's right, the master. It looks like both siblings are going to end up the same way. But Burn, if he does it this way, the hand holding the nippers will be left at the end. That's why we have the wire. Beforehand, Butler will have to wrap the wire around his wrist, then stitch the other end onto the corridor through the crack in the door. You should be able to just fit the wrist through the crack left by the chain lock. If you can make yourself this small, I'll be happy to put this wire from the hallway and save you. My master, if you do this, I want it! Butler's wrist! And what would you use this for? But no, I already decided to use this as a back scratcher. When the time comes, I'll scratch you back with it. What do you say? Yes, my master. But you're going to scratch my back with Butler's hand. Normal thing to say? We'll see. Now I'm just invested into this. Finding them annoying? Irritating? Obnoxious? Don't worry, you'll get quiet really soon. Unless you can escape from this room, all noise to disturb your thoughts will disappear for all eternity. That's a relief. I'll be glad for it to be quiet. Here's some advice for survival of hell. Enjoy the liveliness while you can. Even the annoying insult you hear now will be useful as fond memories to preserve your sanity in the depths of eternal silence. Do you hate Burn and Erika? Then that's their parting gift to you. As long as you have hatred, you will be able to avoid giving up. Giving up has a completely different meaning here, okay? Once you give up, still can't escape and realize that the hell is eternal, you'll wish you prepared yourself earlier. Did you just call yourself a survivor? Ooh, Higurashi reference? Then you also. You know, every once in a while, the terror comes back to me, PTSD. I wonder whether they really have escaped from this hell. What if I actually lost my mind a long time ago, and I'm still in here, just having delusions about being here and chatting happily with you, all like this? That nightmare still terrifies me. And so, I need to constantly truly feel that it isn't a dream. Hey, are you guys really real? You aren't just an insane delusion I'm having inside this hell, right? Right? There was something about Delta's pleading expression that sent shivers down the spine. It was probably more terrifying than any threatening word she could have used with even the most vile expression on her face. It was a time for Butler to realize a logic error isn't so sympathetic. So they're having a better conversation about their insane story. Oh no. This is awfully accurate. Logic error isn't so sympathetic that you can just stick your tongue out. Ask for forgiveness. Yeah, like, what? Stick out your tongue, ask for forgiveness, and say you'll be more careful next time. Even if you feel that the fight is at the point where you can't back down, risking a logic error by leaving things up to chance is never a risk you should take. It was a time for him to pay up and understand the true risk and terror implied by the words betting one's life on a fight, which must sound so exciting for a man. He already did it twice though, no? Bartle-san, you're only here. I'll think deeply upon it as well. I'll devote everything I have to thinking of a trick to escape this room. I will come to save you. Beato. I'll definitely think of something, just you watch. Well, regretfully, it's time for us to leave. We mustn't get in the way of this job any longer. See you later, alligator, butler-san. Or, like you'd say, see you again, right? Have a nice day! Later, butler. Good luck. Butler-san, don't give up! You'll definitely think of a trick! I'll think as well, and I come to save you! Beato? Before he could finish saying Beato's name, they had all disappeared. They hadn't disappeared in a golden spray, or returned to a butterflies and flown away. As if there had never been anyone but him in this room to begin with, Butler blinked once, and everyone else was gone. Nothing remained, nor their voices, their presence, their warmth, not even the faint perfume Beato had worn. Beato wears perfume? Whoa, the frigid air of the room was wrapped only in the lonely sound of wind and rain. With that overpowering feeling of isolation, I finally began to realize how horrible a punishment this would be. Damn those bastards! It can't be this hard to get out of this room like this! I mean, rooms are made so that people can come in and out of them, right? If they can do this, you wouldn't call this a room. This is stupid. It's easy to undo a lock and chain from the inside. Damn it, for some reason, I've always been clumsy and undoing chain lock always gives me trouble. It's off. What a stupid puzzle. Look, now the door is open freely, see? Hey, what this cold feeling on my neck? What the hell is this? Why is there suddenly an iron collar around my neck that's attached to the chain? Damn it, who would do something like this? When I reset the chain lock, it disappears. And when I do it, it comes back. Ooh. All wrapped up here. The chain is pretty long, so I can make it a little way into the hallway. But I can't go far from the door. When I close the door, stand on the outside and stick my hand through the crack and just somehow set the chain, why have I been so clumsy? I'm not really clumsy, I just that me and the chain locks don't go well together. Damn it, I hate chain locks, I hate chains. Why wouldn't it work? Why can't I set the chain lock from the outside? Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! And? Okay. Butler-san! Butler-san! Hang in here! Hang in here! Hang in here. Oh, rip. 2 butlers? 3 butlers we have now? Can't get out. Oh, so Butler became like Beato was before. Okay. Catatonic. Beato called out to Butler repeatedly, shaking his shoulders hard, but by now Butler's eyes were blank. The words didn't reach him, but Costello and Erica had already left. Oh, they just left? The game has officially suspended until Butler could think of a new trick, but it was doubtful that it would be resumed even after 1,000 years or more. Not so fast, there's 2 more chapters. Okay, I'm heading off too. So long, you two. There's no need to say so long. We'll think of a trick in no time, and the game will resume. We won't take up your time, so stay here a little longer, please. We'll drown those same words out of many a witch's mouth in the past, and I've heard of a hardly any who'd actually managed to resume their games. As far as I know, the only 2 are me and Bern. Why would a person who knows about the hell throw another person into it? Just because you're bored? Is this all? So basically sucks to suck. Yeah, that's all. It's to escape from boredom. Because when we get bored, we remember. We remember that hell. And you know, By throwing someone else down to the hell, we realize that, oh, we're the ones on the throwing side. And that means we aren't in the hell ourselves. That's fucked up! If we don't keep doing this, then the fear of that hell will overwhelm us. If you two manage to get out of it, then he can as well. I will save him, for certain! For certain? You stand before the Witch of Certainty, Lambda Delta, and swear a certain outcome? Yes, for certain! Very well. I was a guardian for the former you anyway. No, the current you is different. I'll do you one last favor. I'll give you a parting gift. And what is it? Hope. The hope that as long as you hold on to your certainty, your wish will definitely come true. Listen, the old you was the endless witch Beatrice. You used to love detective novels that depicted impossible crimes, and you used those to make the claim that a witch existed, to make many people believe in magic, as one stage in your path to become a witch. Detective novels. Yup, the old you was an avid reader, a lover of detective novels and locked-room murders, and a super expert on impossible crimes. After devouring book after book after book and reading through countless locked-room tricks, you hit upon an ultimate, single, origin trick, and you used it to form the core of your system of magic. Butler told you, right? He told you that the old you would definitely have thought of a way out of this predicament. I'll acknowledge that. I guarantee it by the name of a witch of certainty, Lambda Delta. The old you would definitely have solved this locked-room trick. That's my parting gift to you. Goodbye. You've sworn certainly to the Witch of Certainty, so I won't say farewell. I'll see you again soon. This game tells me that I need to read more books in order to get it. Yeah, we'll see you again soon. Well, Beata is definitely going to somebody's library and just gonna sit here and read fucking books. Lambda Delta vanished into thin air and left behind the witch's tea room, where the two had been held the title of Endless Witch. What about the marriage? One had empty eyes, the other supported the first by his side. Ironically, it was the exact opposite of how the relationship had been in the previous game. It is, it really is. How the tables turned. So essentially your gift was scalar shit to Beata. Nice, well done. Huh, what's going to happen? It's not an end of an episode. Are we... Oh, the demon wedding ceremony! Here we go! Ding 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 ding! Why the fuck Erika is marrying Butler? Zephyr, that was an important... What's this important announcement? I don't remember which one of them Zephyr and which one of them Furfur. Listen, Furfur. Our Image Song is getting released on CD! What? Just kidding! We were just so bored of showing it the same way every time. We thought we'd change our style a bit. We're entertainers. We're in the stages of life. You've got to ad lib every now and then. Yeah, we couldn't done without that, you jackasses. Are you still here? What are you doing? How is this working? Is Erika gonna show up and be like, yeah, I'm taking the miracle. Thanks for helping remove the tension, you two. Sorry, but we're still talking about what to do in the second trial. We'd like a little more time. And if possible, some quiet. Sorry, George Kuhn. Actually, we have a truly important announcement regarding the second trial. It is good news for some, and perhaps bad news for others. Those whom it is bad news have probably already figured it out. If you don't know what we're talking about, then it's a good news for you. Beatrice-sama? It's nothing. 5 people were here. Only Butler was missing. And Beato's expression was dark, her head hanging low. Everyone realized that something must have happened to Butler. We'd like to announce that Butler-kun has retired before the second trial! Everyone murmured. Just what had happened? The witch's game will wait forever for him, but the pair of lovers cannot wait forever. Love is like ice cream, again. It's sweet and creamy, but if you don't eat quickly, you lose it. Our game is so gracious that I'll wait for him to return. Everybody speaks in the same voice now. So that's what you mean by good news. Huh. Well, I'm glad that our rival will have gone down in number, but if you thought I'd applaud another person in misfortune, you're totally wrong. Butler-kun, the one we thought as our greatest enemy, I won't ask why. If the demon in charge says no, then that's how it is. What does he mean? Melted ice cream soup is great. I actually agree. I love melted ice cream. I don't ask why. If the demon says yep. Then what will happen to Beatrice-sama? It seems I will lose the right to take this trial. After all, this trial detests the bonds between lovers. Butler-kun isn't currently capable of doing that, so this pair is disqualified. How truly saddening. Is Erika gonna enter here with Butler, with a living corpse of Butler? However, she's the one who participates in the 3-way trial of love, so I think we should let her watch the trial as an observer. A splendid idea. She does have the right to bless the pair that does overcome the trial. Are you okay with it? Yeah, I want to watch until the end. And I still believe we can come back quickly to regain his eligibility and continue this trial with me once again. If you ask me, she has the right to be an observer. No objections here. There is no need to be cruel. That may be, but as bad as it sounds, the loss of a powerful rival is our gain. Sorry to do this to you, and Butler-kun, but I'd like to settle this trial right away. Ah, that's George-kun for you. I'm rooting for you the most on the inside. The coldness with which the we furnish this love melts its heart stand out. What? Makes its heart stand out even more. Uh-oh. At any rate, we've now gone from 3 down to 2, and this 3-way deadlock had been resolved. We weren't able to fight proactively because we've been afraid of 1 against 2 situation. Now that it's 1 against 1, it's just a good clean duel. So, in the end, we find that we should have just done it from the very beginning. I'm thinking, so that these people killed other people did not make any sense whatsoever? It wasn't how it actually happened? So where are we right now, and why all these people here? The 4 people stood up as though responding to some invisible summons and faced each other, glaring. Only Beata was off to the side. The question of life. Watching the course of a young lover's fight and suspense, each pair of lovers was an unbreakably strong bond. Then, isn't this enough? Their love is already the real thing. There is no need to test it. But if so, then why must they fight? Because some of them are literal furniture. The victorious couple will be bonded together by a magical miracle, and the defeated couple will fall apart. Why have the demons promised us that we will fall apart without the magical miracle? Why is a demon's game like this necessary? I don't understand. No, they aren't abhorrent right now. I have to think of escape trick as soon as possible, so that I can save Butler-san from this locked room. Go read books, Beato. Oh, there's another Beato. I've heard about Butler. It seems things have gotten quite troublesome. Onesima, I would like to save you, as you both are my dear sister and part of my full self. I'm tracking Butler's locked room in my own way, but it's difficult. It feels almost as though an ordinary chain has been made to look like a wire puzzle. I heard about Labradeta-san. She said that the old Beatrice could definitely solve the trick, so don't you have an idea? That old Beatrice is our completed form after we became one. Even I am not but a part of her. It stands to reason that I cannot solve it. By this, she meant that she wouldn't be able to figure out no matter how much thoughts we put into it are incomplete forms. She was saying that neither the elder nor the younger sister could ever be expected to solve this riddle. Beata shook her head, chasing that thought from her mind. I won't give up. I'll set right to work on this rock room. Unless I can save Butlerson as soon as possible, his heart will be crushed. Of course, I have no reservation about lending my own wisdom. However, even I cannot make anything out of this locked room. If we put our heads together, I'm sure we'll find the same answers that we would if we were joined. Please lend me your wisdom and don't give up. I still cannot fathom why you're willing to go so far for Butler, but I shall do as you ask. After all, it is a request made by myself. I will add my wisdom to yours. Look, Furfur, the two Beatos are thinking together. I wonder if those two can really save Butler. Oh, they can. If they have the miracle of love, that is. That's right, Zafar. They can certainly do it if they have the miracle of love on their side. Say, Furfur, do you think they realize that we're getting them a hint for solving that locked room? What? What? The two Beatos put their hands together, and striking their minds with all they had, they searched for a plan to save Butler with. It was as though they couldn't even see the four people glaring at each other. So in the end, it all returns to the same. The power of love and friendship. I knew the Care Bears were right. I fucking love old Care Bears cartoon. It was so good. The one that comes out in the 90s. I was watching it all the time when I was a kid. I don't think it actually comes to love and friendship. I mean, probably. In some way, but I think they're gonna find the actual solution. They'll realize if they have love. Okay, it's all came to love and friendship. I'm sorry. I retract the words that I said before. I'm sorry. They realize if they had love, they certainly will. They were the demons of love. Love is a single element, the source of our miracles. Could the miracle of love provide an answer for a locked room trick? No, but I'm bearing with you. There is again, without love it cannot be seen. I understand how that catchphrase can describe a certain concept. You know better than to challenge the power of love and friendship. Oh. But locked room tricks are pure, unfeeling mathematical puzzle without a fragment of affection within them. Oh, Edgy's actually smart now. She's addressing all of my issues. Whoa, thanks, Edgy. What kind of hint could these demons be talking about? I already have a certain answer. What these demons have said supports it even further. Yeah, okay, you're incredible. You always know the right answer, and you'll never let me hear any of it. Going by the rule of observers, until you tell me about it, it's possible that you just lying and pretending that you know. Yeah, I believe I do prefer a bad-mouthed Miko. You please me, child of man. To me, a Miko's sarcasm and abuse is like a ceremonial dance in my honor. You're real irritating, master. Stupid Oni-chan. Why did you make a locked room like this, yourself? Think, child of man. Thinking is not only a job for the characters within the tale. As a reader, you too have the right to enjoy thinking, and I enjoy watching you as you do. I'm willing to make a bet. You lost Miko ran out of patience and ran away from you, didn't she? You're free to enjoy yourself by scolding me. You're also free to consider the problem like the two beatas, unless you think the tale will not continue. Why? I'm a reader, right? Can I just stay quiet and read? No. I want you to think. Not just the character, you, the reader. So Federalin is just masochist then. Maybe. Maybe. I see, you're a pretty unpleasant author, aren't you? And she was, of course, still only halfway through the tale. However, there were only a few pages left in the manuscript she was reading from. Where was the manuscript for the rest of the tale? It should continue much further than this. There should be many more pages remaining. Those were inside a different brown envelope, which was in Hachijo's hand. With a grin in her face, Hachijo waved the thick brown envelope about. If you want to read more, do what I tell you. Cool. Look like she got you, Missy. Can't believe fucking Amakusa is still here, letting you read only so far for free and then stopping when it finally gets to the good part. Amakusa couldn't stop laughing at this underhanded approach. I want to hear your own opinions, your own theories. If you tell me those now, I'll hand over the rest of the manuscript. Quit mocking me. You think I just do whatever you say after something like this? Come on now, Missy, calm down. I want to read it too, so please just chill a bit. About the rest of the manuscript, Hachijo. It contains the answer to the Lockdown trick, and the truth behind a bunch of mysteries, right? Of course. However, I haven't written it in a way that will be understandable for those who fail to think or consider. One of these days, you're going to get stopped by an obsessive reader of yours who's very upset with you. I understand that, which is why I don't go out in the open, child of man. Anyway, that is what Hachijo trying to say. First, tell me your answer. After that, I'll let you check it. Correct, young man. I am not trying to be mean. I'm asking because I want you to truly understand the tale's conclusion. Amakusa, you're really enjoying this, aren't you? Yeah, come to think of it, you always take those TV quiz shows totally seriously. It looks like you enjoy life much more than I do. So, what miraculous trick could get Butler out of the locked room? Please give it some thoughts yourself. I want you to give the rest of the story especially to those. No, only to those who have thoughts. Uh-oh. I have no clue how Butler won't go out. There is a secret room in the bathroom, maybe? Oh, hello! We're here. Why are we here? In the Witch's Cathedral? No, considering everything that's gone on in here, maybe it should be called Demon's Abode? Erika, who wanted to savor the memory of her perfect victory, stood with the whole vast cathedral to herself and a flush slowly left her cheek. Then, on the balcony, when she had thought empty, a shadow came into view. It was Lambda Delta. Oh, it's you, Lady Lambda Delta. It's not often you find you alone in a place like this. Oh, you. Congratulations on your big victory. That's funny. I think I remember saying the same thing you right here at the end of the last game. She was probably trying to be sarcastic, however Erika was in such a good mood that even those words sounded like a compliment. I happened to hear what you said and shared a while back. What? I heard that you have also had an experience of being toyed with in a piece of some great witch's game board, then sealed away in some awful hell. You can read about it in Higurashi no Kokoro ni. Erika had an unpleasant, triumphant look on her face, as though she had managed to pry into some embarrassing memory of another past. However, Lambda Delta didn't look in the least bit flustered, and instead looked down from a balcony in silence. Yup. I wonder how many years I was shut up in here. Maybe I shouldn't have been like burned and counted them. No, I probably best that I didn't. Counting the years is what broke her. Are you saying that my master also felt into health logic error at some point? She did, though she wasn't the one responsible for that logic error. Because she wasn't the game master? That's right. At the time, she was still a small piece that wasn't even self-aware yet. It was her master, the game master, who committed the logic error. My master was also a bitch's piece? Yup. That kid's master. Oh, yeah, she was a bad one. Though she created the game herself partway through, she lost sight of what her goal was. Hold on. A second. I'm mute. Oops, sorry. Though she created the game herself partway through, she lost sight of what her goal was. She created something like a broken game of a backgammon, where the start and the goal were connected like a donut. What do you mean she lost her goal? I'm talking about a logic error. She couldn't describe how to reach her desired goal. She couldn't draw up the logic to her backgammon game. So the game remained broken with no goal at all. She thought have settled down and thought of an answer herself, but instead she despicably left even the unthinking entity of her piece, Vern. Have you heard of the infinite monkey theorem? No? It's a theory that if a monkey hints random letters on a typewriter for an infinite amount of time— oh, it's about Shakespeare? At some point, the strings of letters might end up exactly the same as a Hamlet by sheer coincidence. Yeah. I'd rather call it absurdity than a theorem. Wouldn't that be a horrible hell? Byrne was forced to type randomly on a typewriter for an eternal period of time without even knowing the meaning of what she was doing. The goal eluded even the game master herself, so she tried to get Byrne to create it for her. Could Erika even imagine how horrible a hell that have been? A job that you have to do is 100 times, a job that you have to keep repeating until it succeeded at a 1 to 100 probability. It may look very similar probabilistically, but the difference is cruelty between them is great. Cruelty between them is great. When you have to do a job 100 times, you steadily approach the end, get more efficient as you become more used to it, and eventually you can finish. However, when you have to do a job that succeeds with a 1 to 1,000 to 100 probability, the hard work of an individual doesn't translate to even a slight gain in efficiency. Everything left to luck. If luck isn't on your side, it is kind of awful. Even the task of flipping a coin until you get heads can last more than 100 years. That's true. I love probabilities. How many keys are here on the typewriter? About 100 maybe? What do you think the odds of hitting those at random and getting Hamlet? I can't even imagine. I mean, depends on in which language you're doing it, probably, right? There must be truly astronomical. That's right, a virtually infinite amount of time. For that mind-bending stretch of time, the child was meant to keep pondering on the typewriter until she typed out the miracle. That's why she's a witch of miracles? If she was a witch, no, if she hadn't been able to become wrong voice, she would probably still be a black cat strapped to a typewriter for eternity. The child was blessed by a miracle, succeeding in typing out the miracle, became a witch, and returned from that hell alive. Well, more or less, it depends. For example, if flipping a coin thing... If flipping a coin thing, that probably actually increases to one side the more you do it. No way it does! Probability actually increases. No, it's not. Probably. The question is if the game remember... I really don't think so. How? What? How would it be? Why would it be like this? No way. I bet on a lot of coin flips. I bet a lot of channel points at a lot of coin flips. It does not depend on anything at all, unfortunately. Oh, I love gambling on Twitch. The hell was so lonely heart that her mind and heart were completely broken. That's why she became such a mean and heartless witch. Given the choice, even you wouldn't have chosen a master like her, right? That's not true. I'm honored to be my master's piece. My master is strong and a oppressor of others. Okay. Trampling over the weak is her natural right. Oh my god. You mean she's a human on the bully side of life? Do you know how to create the greatest bully ever? No. Be mean to them, probably. It's easy. For a short time, bully them horribly, then suddenly stop and give them power instead. Whoa, actually real? If you do that, then no matter who it is, they will be reborn as a great AI bully. I don't think probability on their side in this. They could actually become really conscious person that was gonna be really conscious of bullying or something. No? And that's even more incredible is, even if this person was only bullied for about 3 days, then they regain a great ally bully for 1 billion times longer than this, believing themselves the victim all the while. I disagree. What does it have to do with my master? You don't understand anything about Byrne. No matter what kind of ruthless, cruel, horrible, puke-spite Byrne may be, I want to be the one person who knows what she's truly like. And... what? Oh, it is Lambda Delta. No, yeah, Ocoin, the flip, the more you do it, the more it always to one side. Can't remember on top of my head, but I'll look it up. Better look it up in a minute. I disagree. I disagree with the coin flip. It does not do this. How this works? How would it work? What would change for probability of one side always be than the other side? To work with this, I don't know. And it's the same for me. I think that Kit, as a fellow survivor from hell, is the only one who can understand what it's truly like. It sounded like you're jealous of a relationship and that we have, but give it up. The hell you think you trod through is nothing more than a blink compared to the one we crawled out of. The Medeta was probably mocking Erika back, and the discouraged expression on Erika's face clearly showed that she couldn't accept Lambda Delta's words. If you pardon me for saying, I think it's the depth of hell that's important, not the length of the time spent here. Can we not talk about this? I don't like it. Oh? You're not afraid to talk back, are you, Witch of Truth, Erika? I don't know what kind of hell you were in, Lady Lambda Delta, and I'm sure that the time I spent in hell is nothing more than a flash compared to yours. However, I don't think the depth of my hell were any smaller than yours. In celebration of your victory, I'll hear you out without arguing back. From my point of view, both the hell my master fell into, which could only be escaped by a miracle, and the hell you fell into, which presumably could only be escaped with certain willpower, were hells made to be escapable. Really? That's a bold thing to say. I am the Witch of Truth. In the depths of my hell, there was nothing more than less than the truth. When faced with the harsh reality of truth, no sorts of willpower or miracle matters. I reached a place by overcoming this truth. I don't believe my power to withstand the truth is in any way inferior to yours, or my master's. And what is this power to withstand the truth? Those who don't know cannot understand. Perhaps your inability to look death in face is the reason you two couldn't become witches of truth? Uh-oh! Uh-oh! I forgive you for those imprudent words, letting them pass with a slightly nod in my presence to you for your recent victory. Giggle. Thank you very much, great Lady Delta. Star? Oh, that's unusual. It's rare to spot you two getting along. At some point, Bercastel had appeared on the opposite balcony of a cathedral. Erika, noticing you, cried my master happily and dashed over. Lady Lambadelta was telling me all stories about you. A tale of miracles featuring Baba Master, the Witch of Miracles. I'll forgive you just this once. Huh? Never speak of my past again. A grimace rose to her face, blasting Erika's good mood away. And so Erika understood. Bercastel was also a witch running from boredom, because if it ever caught up with her, she would remember those never-ending days of hell. This is proof that even my master still hasn't gotten over the pain and the fear of hell. It means that she lacked the power to withstand the truth. For the first time, Erika felt just a little disdain from her master. My apologies. More importantly, what brings you to a place like this? I was looking for you. I wanted to give you a reward. A reward? Really? Thank you very much, my master! Aww. Wow, I'm jealous. What are you gonna give her? First, I acknowledge your ascension as a true witch, not just a temporary one. I'll be your guardian. Witch of Truth, Fruta Erika. Thank you very much! All you did was remove the temporary bit. That sort of reward can be very pleasing. She really deserves something better, don't you think? That's not true, I'm very pleased! Of course, on the inside, Erika did want another present. Taking a cue from Vandelta, she waited patiently to see if there would be any other rewards. I do have one other. Bercastel snapped her fingers. I'm a butler. Huh? As she did, a cloud of gold butterflies gathered, and summoned Butler sitting in the throne of the center of a cathedral. Of course, his eyes were blank. He was still an invalid, his heart trapped in a locked room, but that he would never be allowed to escape from. That man is your reward. My reward is Butler? Oh, I see. She said she'll make it to you, so you inherit all of the game's world territory. That's right. Look at Butler's finger. He's wearing the ring of one-winged eagle, symbol of a territory lord. If that becomes yours, you'll become the official lord of this territory. I don't mean you'll be under my charge. In a name and reality, this territory will be yours. So, I need to take this ring of Butler's finger? Don't be silly. There's only one ceremony where a woman gets a ring from a man's finger, right? Erika, take Butler as your husband and become a wife of a territory lord! Marry Butler? Yeah, that's right. If the territory lord is never to wake up again, he'll need a partner to serve by his side and act as his proxy. In other words, you will control their territory. And we'll hold a wedding here, where you exchange rings. Butler's territory lord ring will become yours. And in exchange, he will put a ring of servitude on Butler's finger. What the fuck? For eternity, you will rule him, debase him. Really debase of you, okay? And use this territory and game board to wave whatever tale your heart desires. Froderica, you will be the territory lord. Any tale you wish will come true. The territory lord is a god. Congrats, you'll be the god of this small but wonderful world. Is this true, my master? Will I become the world's god? This is the final reward I will give to you. Take Butler's ring and create your own world. When this happens, you won't be my piece anymore. You'll be your own witch, and a splendid one that is. Congratulations, Lady Erika. And one day, you must welcome me when I come to visit, just like Beata once did. Yes, my master, there could be no greater honor, and I'm starting to like this marriage to butler thing. Giggle? If you want to think about it, there could be no greater disgrace to this game. After all, that Beatrice was apparently born out of a desire to serve Butler and be liked by him. In this world that Witch created, if I marry, defile, and humiliate Butler. Giggle, 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 cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. Oh yes, I understand. I so understand how painful it feels to have the one you love stolen away from you. So for example, if you flip a coin 20 times and want, I don't know, 7 heads, your probability of it happen is 94%. You flip 10 times, it would be 17. It's a few variables and equations that I will not type out in the Twitch chat, but you can look it up if you want. Well, I will. What the hell? Hold on. I'm putting it as a note to myself. Truly, there could not be a greater honor. I'm glad you like it. I knew it was the one present you'd like most in the world. Thank you very much, thank you very much. My master. Erika leaped down from the balcony and walked briskly towards Butler. Then she peered down at the reward she had been given. Now, isn't this a wonderful finale? You hold a wedding ceremony? Of course, a magnificent one. It's a perfect way to end Beata's game. Of course you'll send Beata an invitation too, right? I only hope she actually comes. She'll actually come. Alright, things are going to get busy. We have to prepare for the ceremony, make programs and invitations. Don't forget the wedding dress and the cake! And you need to get the things ready for the reception. The two witches disappeared, cackling. They're just having blast out here. Only the two who were to be wed remained in the cathedral. Aren't you like need the consent of both parties to get married? You know, just asking. Maybe it's not important in here. Could you hear, Butler-san? Do you realize what's about to happen to you? Damn it. Also, sorry for the grammar. Looking at the probability problem, verifying it with a perfect computer calculator and trying to pay slight attention into the whatever is happening right now is a little difficult. I get it, it's totally fine. Butler's consciousness wasn't completely gone. It was very distant, but he was slightly tethered to reality, and that was what made it cruel. It was as cruel as though the spider called Erika had rubbed Butler up, oh no, not the spider, and was eating him while he was still conscious. In fact, she might have been more like a certain kinds of wasps, paralyzing their prey and keeping it alive so that she could eat it later. Yum yum? Yummy? The spider did it all alone. Knew it. In short, her cruelty was very similar to that of a predator. You won't be able to get out of this locked room. After all, you used all the red truths to show that it was a locked room. So stop worrying and just let yourself be trapped in here forever. While you're spending time in here, I'll take my time defiling your body. I'll have... excuse me? I'll have our bedroom lined with mirrors. This way, you can see just how you're being humiliated with your own eyes. What the fuck? And then, let's have a birdcage hanging from the ceiling. We can sticky blow with Witch Beatrice in here. What do you think? Wonderful, isn't it? I can feel it. This is how sweet it is to be standing on the other side. As he listened to this mad laugh, Butler couldn't even bring a distressed expression to his face. His heart was still trapped in the locked room he had created, and his body and soul would soon be trapped within the new locked room of Erika's. A locked room called marriage! No way! What the fuck is this? You don't need to be so cynical about this. Hey, did you hear, Furfur? 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 Sorry. I sure did, the bar. Lord Butler and Lady Erika having a wedding. They said it was so much of the usual frivolity that Beata had to ask them to repeat it again. Oh. Now that describes their marriage. I hope not. No, yeah. Hopefully not. What is happening? As you know, the Lord of a territory has his heart sealed away and cannot speak. So the beautiful Lady Erika is going to become his wife and support him in his work. Fucked up. The two demons explain the situation in a very simple yet dramatic way. I know what's going on. They are planning to take advantage of the fact that Butler's heart is sealed away and use marriage to lock up his body as well, so that they can steal everything away from him. At this rate, Butler will have his position as a game master, and his territorial lord's reign stolen away. This dumb homewrecker! She thinks she can do whatever she wants! Let's steal him back! He may be of little importance to me, but matters that affect you are my business too. It's no use just steal his body back. After all, the great Lady Bercastel has already signed the marriage certificate as a witness. Oh, they already married? As a great witch of a Senate, serving as a witness, no one can dispel the union except for those who are a part of it. What the hell? Then it's as I thought. Unless I can rescue Butler's son's heart from that locked room, there's no way we can save him. Then find a way to rescue him from this locked room. I'm going to steal away the bridge groom? Oh, how wonderful. A water? If you can do this, it would make for a tale beautiful enough for the opera. However, this locked room sealing Butler is quite difficult. The only way out is the door, and if the chain isn't set, this escape won't be accepted. And on top of that, the chain can be set from the outside, and now there's no one left to switch places with him. No matter how you think about it, we're stuck. If I give up, we won't be able to save him. Well, this had gone from 0 to 100 of this locked room mystery. That's true. The only thing we can do is to save him now. Is to keep it and keep thinking. Okay. Though Beata looked as though she was about to burst into tears, she clenched her fist tightly. Yeah, go fight, Beata! She was so frustrated with her inability to think up any brilliant plan that her heart felt as though it would burst. Zephyr and Furfur, you two are known as being among the most powerful of demons. They say your magic can make the impossible possible. Could you not use your power and knowledge to work out a plan for crashing this impossible locked room? They're gonna answer, yeah we can, but do you want to? Yeah, love can accomplish any impossible thing. If you can accomplish something, it means you lack enough love. Hearing that hurts. But we are moved by the strength of will that prevents you from giving up. Because you have that will, sure it can bring about a miracle. Can you at least give us a hint about this miracle? We have known each other for no short span of time. Will you not at least give my little sister a hint as a parting gift? Nope. A hint? We're always giving out hints. Without love, they cannot be seen. If we could see them, I would not have asked. These two are always like this. It starves of boredom, but they can become very irritating at times like this. I kind of love them, they're real funny. The Fire and Furfur certainly were demons who possessed a great power. The power of love that they... Who's writing me? The power of love that they beloved has created several miracles in the past. Miracles so great that they left a mark on human history. However, those miracles were never given. They would give trials, tell riddles, and sometimes help the truths be realized, so that those who desire power could create that power themselves. No matter how beautiful the eyes that looked up at them, the demons would never lend their power out of pity. It is as it is with God, it is with demons. They help those who help themselves. Love it. I understand. I think about it myself. I swear, I will free him. Look upon you, demons! When last did you see a girl so pure of heart? As the demons of love, don't your heart ache even a little? Come, let's have a hint. Surely you couldn't give us a hint to a hint at least. Zephyr and Furfur looked at each other. Of course there was no pity on their faces. If you can't save them, you lack of love, dark joke incoming. Goes to a cemetery, stop in a grave, tough luck body. What the fuck? Absolutely fucking most say message. 10 of 10. Of course, there was no pity on their faces. However, it could be seen that though they did find a problem using, they were considering what they should do next. What will do, Furfur? Maybe a hint or a hint would be okay? Yes, even that would be welcome, so let's have it. What are you gonna say without love? Okay, here's a present from Zephyr and Furfur. A hint of love. Oh, please. You cannot see the answer because you don't have enough love. What a losers. Nuclear chat message, I know. Oh. I told you, not a hint like this. And if you don't have enough love, why not observe couples who have it in abundance? Yeah, and as luck would have it, we have two loving couple right here. Why not stay a while and be a spectator to the fight of love? Is it wasting your time? You should watch a trial from a position of an outside observer. How is this gonna help? How is looking at for people kicking each other's ass gonna help with locked room mystery? Will you listen? Not a hint like that, I said. Beata the Elder yelled at them, asking for more tangible hint. However, the Fire and Furfur just giggled and ran about like rats. Rats. Beata, on the other hand, took their hint to a hint. Seriously. Oh. Okay. Now that she was out of the running, the second trial was between George and Shannon and Jessica and Conan. Tear apart the two who are close. In other words, defeat one of the members of the opposing team. They were allowed to use any method they wanted. It could be a double, or it could be rock, paper, scissors. After alternating many times between speaking as a group and discussing things as a couple, finally the four of them seemed to have reached a decision. Zephyr, Furfur, do you have a second? Oh, they finally called to us! What is it, George? Have you decided the format of the duel? Oh, is it dead? Was it dead for a second? Was it dead? What happened? For a second it showed me that I was not sending any signal to Twitch. Huh. Okay, sorry. Wonder what happened. Oh, for a second. Okay, it's a delay. Weird. No matter how much the two demons baited them with their fatal stone. Or rather, it buffered for a second. Ooh. Okay. it was it. No matter how much the two demons baited them with their facial stone, the couple's serious expressions did not waver. Yeah, we decided to have it as a single duel. 2 versus 2? It would be the duel between Shannon and me. Ooh. That's surprising. For a one-on-a duel, we would have thought that George and Jessica would have thought. These guys really wanted it to be them, and they wouldn't listen. As a man, I find it frustrating that all I can do is watch. However, Shannon's resolve is firm. What is this? Flute? Jesus, okay. So I will have no choice but to respect their decision and believe in them. Karan-kun, thank you so much for believing in me. I've always thought that if the day ever came that we have to fight each other directly, then we shouldn't shy away from it. And we realized that today is today. Of course, we might have been able to avoid this day. However, now this day had come, so we will not run from it. That's right. I'll stay right here too. Me too. I believe in Shannon, so I won't say anything anymore. And even if Shannon is the one fighting in a duel, our power is one, so we'll be fighting together. Yes, that's right. I'm just speaking for the pair of us. If this is a decision made by those who love, even demons will not object. So, how would you like to settle this duel? You don't mean that you want to have a real duel, do you? It's a battle music for a field battle of, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do after tic-tac-toe. Induced adrenaline rush? Question mark? Oh, tic-tac-toe. At once, both Shannon and Kana nodded. And the method? It doesn't matter as long as it's fight to death. What the fuck? Why? If possible, we would like it to be peaceful and painless, and we would like to avoid wounding each other unnecessarily before one of us dies. So far, we should be the ones to oversee the noble duel. True, very well, you two. We propose a noble duel, one that will honor your noble spirits. Murder Goal was never been so realistic other than this game. Whoa. When the bar clapped loudly, a case with an old design appeared in the air and landed within Shannon and Kanan. Portable arena, what is this? Furfur nodded at them, using them to open it. Kanan crouched down and opened the case. There were a pair of antiques inside. They would have looked splendid hanging on a wall at some classy coffee shop. However, they were not mere decorations now. These are... I see. Just perfect for duel. Swords? Oh, pistols! Huh. Pistols, you say? Curious. Inside the case there was a pair of old-fashioned dueling pistols, like the kind used many centuries ago. Yes, this was a dueling pistol case, which was only permitted to be opened by those who wished to fight to death. Whoa. They have one bullet each. In accordance with your request, we have imbued the bullets with magic. I thought they're gonna actually fight like to death, with fists and shit. But no. I like the one bullet solution. No matter what the body No matter where on your body they hit you, these magic bullets will bring certain and painless death. Excuse me, aren't they both gonna die then? How is this gonna work? Thank you very much. You're most merciful. And what if we both miss? What if you both hit? Normally that would be a draw, however such things are not allowed in a trial. If you both miss, you will come back and we will give you new bullets. This will repeat until one of you is dead. I have no objections. Me neither. I'm glad. This means we can finally... Those are not dueling pistols. They have aim points. It's a rule that the pistols used in duels can be aimed, have aims, or rifling, but inside the barrel of the gun that makes it more accurate. Ooh! I never knew it. That's great. That's a great piece of trivia. That's cool. And makes a lot of sense too. Settle this. Ashirmia George, I recognize you as a witness for Shannon. Nya, Saya. She literally say nya. Basically making them more random. That's cooler. That's more epic. Understood. Ooh, umineko is historically inaccurate. Uh-oh. Ashirmia Jessica, I recognize you as a witness for canon. Nai, Yoshia. Girl who say nay? I mean, so one of them is actually a man. One of the Furfur is Zephyr, one of them is actually a man. We don't know which one. Or not. Fuck. It says opposite gender. So, Sure. You're responsible for this duel. It is our responsibility to see that the duel reaches the decision no matter what. When Zephyr and Furfur cried out those words, the whole area was blanked in a gold color of light, and when it cleared, it had become the rose garden where golden roses bloomed. I mean, I cannot be historically accurate. Now that how we'll deal with this? These are previous 3 hours of bullshit. Alright. Some of it, it's not bullshit. It's all bullshit to put, you know, sand in your eyes so you wouldn't think about it too much. But there is some truth to it. Some of it is truthful. Somewhere. For sure. It's duel over love, is it? How old-fashioned they are. I have seen many duels with pistols during my 1,000 years, but I've never seen one like this. Because it's been overseen by demons? No, a duel over love is usually a fight between 2 people both in love with the same person. However, there were a pair of lovers fighting another pair of lovers. That's quite odd. It is! She's right. I'm sure that's because they went the miracle of magic. It seems we cannot succeed in love without this miracle. Do you know the minimum number of people needed to create a universe? 2? Huh? No, I don't. 1? 2? I would say 2. Shannon will, because you know society? Society is not possible when there's only one person. Shannon Cannon. Especially if you don't save them, that you don't love them thing. I'm sure the billions of dead people would agree. Or the power of love of friendship. True. But, I mean, it's supposed to be bullshit. They're a bunch of demons. They're not supposed to be like... They're not supposed to make real sense. Shannon and Cullen each took a pistol out of the case, returned to their respective witnesses, and checked the weapons over. Then, after they had both determined that there are no problems, the 2 were asked one final time whether they have prepared to duel, and both of them nodded. If there are no problem, the duelists shall stand back to back, then walk a predetermined number of steps away from each other. Then the duel will begin on our signal, the bar. How many steps should they walk? Good question. Well, maybe we should choose a number that is closely bound to this duel. number closely bound? What number is this? It's a number we know well. It's a number which have been repeated over and over again since the time the tale began. No clue? That number is 19. Huh. That's an interesting number. I like it. It's a good number to settle everything with. 19. It was a number used to refer to the which each time the illusion of a 19th person had been seen, or a supposedly 18-person island. It was the length of a time it had taken to create this tale, 19 years? It was the length of a time leading up to this inevitable day. Oh, it's Butler's age. Okay. And it was the age of a true territory lord of this world, yeah. Okay. They'll stand across from each other, then walk 19 steps and shoot. That's pretty far. At this distance, the first one to shoot won't necessarily be the winner. If one of us shoots first and misses, that will probably be the end for them. And if it hits, the easy game can be won without even getting a scratch. Well done, duelers! Stand with your backs together! Every character now talks in the same voice. Shen and Kanan slowly walked towards each other, facing each other. Once they turned away, the next time they would see each other's faces would be the time that they would kill them. So this was the last time they would face each other there. Thanks for everything. Having a little brother like you make things fun. Thank you for letting me be me. Thank you for showing me the color in this world of grey. Why were we born, I wonder? Accurate question. It would have been better if we had died at birth. What the fuck, guys? That's our father's sin, isn't it? Yeah. So he can just die. Let them all die. Yeah, everyone will die. It'll happen very soon. And right after, everyone will revive and we'll be able to see them again. We won't be birds in a cage anymore. We will finally leave our cage and fly off to our separate worlds. I should have had this duel with you long ago. Surely, today is a day. Yeah, it is today. October 5th, 1986. The fated day. The day that one of us will die. Because it's so cryptic. Or maybe we'll both shoot at the same time and both die. Oh, this might happen too. In fact, that's not so unlikely at all. Right. Even if this happens, our lovers will surely be made complete. Do they really need to duel? We do. You said it yourself. We should have done this much sooner. Normal sibling fight? So how does it decide who loves each other more again? You know, if you lose, you didn't love hard enough. Obviously. I mean, it's more testing their determination than anything else. Plus, for some reason, they can't see their own happiness without other person dying, which is weird, but for some reason they do. So it is what it is. Right, because to me, you are. Just in a way. Whoa. I'm glad I was the only child. Jesus Christ. For the first time, the intent to kill flashed through the eyes of both. Why? For what reason? Good question. Why must this day come for this pair, who are connected by a bond different from romance love, as though they were real siblings? It's a great mystery. It is. And also a great mystery is the question how this can be the key towards unlocking Butler's unlocked room. If I watched over the duel instead of running away, will I find the key towards solving that locked room? I will, right? Zephyr-san, Furfur-san. Oh, and here they're going on it. Oh, they made decorations. The cathedral is beautifully decorated to be the place of a wedding between the territory lord, Lord Butler, and his wife-to-be, Lady Erika. What is this music? It sounds like something that would play in some roller skater game, you know? How any of them called? I don't remember. What is it? What is this? What is this melody? A crowd of guests wearing goat masks filled the cathedral, waiting for the arrival of a bride and a groom. Fitting for a demon's wedding, it was not solemn or quiet, but cheery, noisy, brimming with activity. I wonder what Beata is doing. I hear she was gone to see Zafar and Furfur. With the power of love, that powerful pair could even force Demon King to retreat. Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Yeah, kinda. No, Tony Hawk Pro Skater has a great soundtrack of real existing music, so it wouldn't be fitting. No, I'm talking about Jet Set Radio? Hold on. But without... Hold on. Jet Set Radio. Yeah, exactly, this game. But not, think about the beat, the melody, but not in this instrument. It's just this melody but played in like something more modern would be legitimately sound from one of those games. I heard she was going to see Zephyr and Furfur. With the power of love, that power pair could even force the Demon King to retreat. They all bound to be of some use, or at least I would like to think so. I know all about those two. I think you know as well that... I think you know as well that they... Oh my god. I think you know as well as I that they won't hand over their power easily. True, however, this is why they are capable of granting a miraculous power. Not gonna lie, I've heard it as think of this melody, but not at all like this, but yeah, I got it. It even has voices in the background. Jesus, okay. What a weird song. Now it sounds like... Okay, not mid. Like early... 200s on the radio or something. Or a modern K-pop song. For some reason they love take inspiration from this time. Such a weird shit. Actually, put a K-pop singer on top of it and it would be modern K-pop song. Okay, I should stop thinking about it. I'm sorry. Through her, this is why they are capable of granting the miraculous power. At any rate, if we can just free Butler Kunhad from the locked room, we should be able to manage something here. Locked rooms are your favorite, aren't they, Gal? Can you think of any trick? It reminds me of a bit people music. No idea what this means. Hold on. I have Google opened. It's actually Bing. It's not Google. Bit People Music Ost. Bit People 2017 game. Never heard of it. Hold on. Bit People. Ooh. Okay, it's like... I get it. Bit People Ost towns would give me the same vibes. Ooh. Any matter? This is a nasty one. Butler and Erica have locked it up tight with all kinds of red truth. Oh, we're ending in 10 minutes. Isn't this exciting? Full 4-hour stream? No way. Oh, next time I'm streaming, gonna be probably on Friday. Yep. Friday. Same time. Wink wink. This is a nasty one. Butler and Erica have locked it up tight with all kinds of red truths. I can't say for certain that a solo escape from the inside is impossible. So after all, the only way is to have someone else trade places with him and set the chain. If that someone does appear, it shouldn't be easy to save Butler. Are we gonna find out in the end that Beato actually exists, like a person on the island? Or something? There are 11 people, right? Those 11 are sealed on the second floor of a guest house. If we could... Sorry, hold on. Those 11 are sealed on the second floor of a guest house. If we could somehow sleep them out of here... I see. Solving the problem of Butler Summer's locked room is equivalent to solving the problem of either locking room on the guest house second floor. Exactly. Limiting your thoughts to just Butler guest room is like being trampled in the metal locked room. The locked room we need to break open to save Butler isn't in the guest room. It's a locked room in the guest house. Why Lenore has glasses? Most unfortunately, we of Ace-Frange and Crow have been placed in charge of those two rooms. Are we specialists in seals and barriers? I must admit, I am impressed, Miss Gab. It is quite an achievement to realize that the locked room you should destroy to save Butler is within the guest house. The ceremony will probably begin soon, but shall we reconstruct the scene as a way to kill time until then? Are you sure? Does this violate the obligation of confidentiality you have with Lady Erica's piece? She has something like this? Okay. There is no problem. I am sure that if you first confirm the seals around the scene and fall into despair, we will be able to celebrate the ceremony more sincerely. The guitar. How confident! I'll take the challenge. Leah, let's have ourselves a little snack before the ceremony. With that, dear ladies of Acern, we humbly ask that you reconstruct the scene for us. For your attention, we hear and obey. This is the cousin's room. The next room over is have exact same layout. Please investigate as thoughtfully as you like. This room has Genji, Goda, Kanan, plus Kraus, Rudolph, and Jessica for a total of 6 people. The next room over has Hideyoshi, George, Chan, Kumasawa, and Nanja for a total of 5 people. Come on everyone, don't be stupid. It doesn't matter who's here. We need to find out how to escape from this room. You're right. The door and the windows are sealed, so we must somehow escape from some other place. You know what? I know all about how you haven't people specialized in pressing ahead to hide inconvenient facts. It's not a locked room, is it? This room. For your attention, I beg to inform you of the following. The locked room is our charge, the perfect. The locked room in our charge, the perfect. You were in charge of the window seal of Kinzo's room last game, right? Just how did Butler get Kinzo out of this room again? Cornelia was not at fault. The blame rests on me as your superior. This is exactly the same as Kinzo's study. It's the windows. This locked room can be broke by the windows. It's clear as day how you people operate. How? Lady Erica sealed the entire room, right? That means the entire room is sealed, including the windows. I see. It would seem that we have been misinformed with the definition of these seals. A locked room sealed by duct tape is not impossible to break out of. It forms no prison. That is exactly. Yeah, a seal proves that this room is a locked room, but it doesn't guarantee that the room will remain sealed. I knew someone would jump onto the window. Nobody still did, yet. Nobody yet did. They did last time. Last game they did. Unfortunately. But it doesn't guarantee that the room will remain sealed, and it doesn't prove that the room is a locked room as long as the duct tape isn't broken. We're not trying to deceive you in any way. As long as the duct tape is intact, it is guaranteed to be a locked room. That is all. Then why the windows? Why is it that we can break the locked room by the windows? It's simple. We must tear the duct tape apart and jump out. I don't know what the outside... Uh-oh. The prophecy come to... to reality. I don't know what the outside world of a guest house is like, but that girl crawled up it and stuck duct tape on the outside without anyone noticing, so it must have at least no foothold for that. If you break the duct tape, we will immediately know that the seal has been broken, and we have already proven that the seals were intact at the time of Butler logic error. True. It's true that, at that time, you proved that the seals weren't broken. That's how you tricked us into thinking that it was a locked room. A seal doesn't necessarily imply a locked room. Gab was a demon who specialized in putting an end to locked room mysteries. She drew herself up and looked down and assured Lenore as though a challenge such as this was like taking candy from a baby. Lenore looked up at her with a bold expression, and sparks flew between them. A seal doesn't imply a locked room? That can't... Oh! 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 So this room can have a secret passage. Okay. And this room can be influenced from the outside. Remember, Leah, which seals did Erika and the others show us at the time? Which seal did they show were still intact? I see. This is the sort of fascination that the Great Court of Heavens likes to practice. I cannot let that remark pass. What is it you complain? Come on, I've been saying this the whole time. It's the windows. It's true that you sealed everything with those seals, that includes the windows, at the time. And you've proven that at the time they were sealed. So far so good. But you know what? After that, any one of the people inside could have done it. Who was here again? Genji, Gonda, Khan, and Krauss, Rudolph, Jessica. Any of them could do it. All they had to do was tear the duct tape out the window, slip out of here, and save Butler. But at the time of the logic error, it was proven that the seals were intact. Incorrect. At the time, Lady Erika only proved that the status of the seals on the door. Oh, so now you're really literal, and now you talk about this shit, huh? Now it's gonna make sense. Lenore. I love facial expression with just nothing to tell. Love it. Come to think of it, at the time Lady Erika just showed the doors of the two rooms and claimed that the seals were intact for each. She never mentions the seals in the windows. That's correct. It's probably true that the seals on the doors and windows were perfect at first. However, at the time of a logic error, only the status of the seals on the doors were confirmed. In other words, since the time Erika left the guest house, it was forbidden for them to break through the windows and leave whenever they wished. I kinda wanna go to the place where all of this is gonna be disproven by something, because I don't wanna go 2 days without umineko while I'm gonna think all about this locked room, and then I come back and there's gonna be some information that I missed for some reason. Well, I've got you now, haven't I? This is how you people do things. Huh? Supervisor Lenore, it's nearly time. It seems the bride and groom have arrived. This ends our chat. We will meet again later. Okay, they didn't disprove anything. She switched expression and disappeared. With an amusement grin on her face, Lenore turned around. Huh, okay. You can't even judge by her expression, by her appearance. Are they correct or not? But that had to have hit her where it hurt. Oh, really? Garp had no intentions of letting her get away. She grabbed Leonore's shoulder. Oh, it's not an ant. Wait here. Confirm whether or not these seals in the window were preserved at the time of a logic error. If you don't, it's possible for anyone in this room to save Butler. And who do you think such a rescue would be possible for? It doesn't matter who. Then just by personal experience, I'll name canonical. He seems agile, and hiding his presence is his specialty. He's a perfect person to follow after Erika and quickly changes places with Butler-kun. Canon, you say? That is impossible. Impossible? Come on, we can't trust what you say with just normal words. Use the right truth. Swear upon that red lonsword of yours. Miss Garp, a sacred ceremony is about to begin here. You asked me to draw my sword in a sacred place such as this? I believe this would be inelegant and rude at the extreme. Let us do this some other time, if you would excuse me. It's possible for Ganon to save Butler. After Erika sealed the room, he left by the window, switches places with Butler-kun in the guest room, set the chain lock, and hid in the closet. That is impossible! Oh no, she was like a cat. She was baited. Then again, for them to get to the part where they disapprove the things may take a long time. I mean, that's literally here. So it's fine. That's impossible. The seals in the windows are also intact. Of course it's such time. This is at the time of a logic error. Garp blew wedge and rapid reverse roundhouse crossed with Leonore's sword and both pointed at each other's throat. Hot? The once peaceful mood of the wedding broken apart. Several goat cats whispered to each other, wondering what those two seemed to be fighting. Okay, so you can counter that. Why didn't you just say it so in the first place? Good question. We thought that Beatrice might eventually reach that thought, then barged in on the wedding, with that as a key to the butler's escape. I did not think you would press us first and force us to show our hand. Oh, you do fight dirty, don't you? You were trying to lay a trap for Beata, making her suspect the windows, driving her out and turning the tables on her. What else should a human who guarantees a bride be escaping to do? Are you satisfied now? A hellish wedding truly is a vulgar and barbaric. Now excuse me. Hold it right here, you haven't fooled me yet. You were talking about the seals broken canon, the ones on the windows in the cousin's room, right? What about the windows on the next room over? All you have done is show that the rescue would have been impossible for canon. There is still a chance for the humans in the next room over. How very persistent. Oh, hi. We apologize for our rudeness. We are Chester Sisters Imperial Guards in the charge of security at the ceremony. I'm afraid I must ask you both for your stamped invitations? Leonore Knox, I am with a bride's party. Here's my stamped invitation. Also here's my credentials as a bodyguard to the bride. Confirm with the Chief Knox! Welcome to Lord Butler's wedding! I'm Garp. I'm with the groom's party. Here's my invitation and... Oh no. You didn't get it stamped at the reception desk, Nia. I came here directly, so I didn't go by the reception desk. Okay. They own their bullshit, whatever. Well, ouch! Sorry. Let's end it here. Thank you so much for watching. See ya maybe on Friday. Bye bye. Have a great 2 days, I guess. Bye bye.